Hey, Gems. Now, y'all know what today is. We're going to have our co-host up here. We're going to have Denise, and we're going to have Denise up here. We're going to have Shauna up here. So when they get up here, then we're going to get to rolling, y'all. We are talking about what they doing in D.C. Martial law. Are they trying to captivate who, where, and why? Is this going to be a world spread of doing martial arts towards the black and brown people so they can put them in their freshly new cages, right? So, y'all, I just want to give y'all some announcements. I'm waiting for Shauna and I'm waiting for NIECY. Welcome. Y'all come in and hit the like button, y'all. I know a lot is going on in these streets, honey. So in my community tab, I put Chit Chat's video about T Hood. T Hood allegedly used to beat Kirk and Rashida's daughter, and she told her brother, and oh, he a fine little thing. When he hit that old jail cell, don't nobody care about Kirk and Rashida in the jail cell, okay? So when he hit that jail cell, he pretty. Ooh. So what she did, she was speaking to T Hood's mama, and T Hood mama recorded her saying that she said that her brother murked T Hood. And his mama, T Hood, asked, well, how was they out of jail on bail if you told the cops your brother did it? So, y'all, that is, I don't know what Kirk and Rashida did, but I'm going to tell you this, and I really believe this in my soul. Because the beatdown started with T Hood and Kelsey, I think Kelsey went home and told her brothers, and shit went wrong. And guess what? She should also be charged with accessory to T Hoods. I'm dropping the link for you, Shauna. Aunt NIECY is here. I'm dropping the link. I'm dropping the link on the Green Mile. Listen, I dropped the link for you, Shauna. It's coming. Thank you, NIECY, because I know you did it too. So we're gonna have a panel tonight. Hey, y'all, look at NIECY, girl. NIECY birthday is Friday. My birthday is Friday. When we come up here Thursday night, we're going to put our cash apps up here. Now, I don't know what NIECY going to spend her cash apps on, but my cash apps, I want coffee. And I got to thank Prosperity Thinker. Hey, Chris, they be harassing you when you go to other pages looking for me, don't they, Chris? But you know you might. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Kim Riley. So I'm gonna tell you something. We need to get down in the nitty and the gritty and talk about what is happening right before our eyes. Instead of us saying, ooh, we need to be getting ready. You need to have your sticks ready because ICE, they coming for all of us. We better recognize because we can't let this happen. Okay, now we got Aunt NIECY up here. Ooh, we got Shauna in his house. Hi, Shauna. What's she on here? NIECY, are you ready? Are you ready to get down in the nitty gritty?
Yes, I'm ready to talk about this girl.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I need everybody to hit that like button, Ray all day. If she didn't call her brother directly, I'm sure the neighbors knew her brother lived around in the same complex. Told him, and he probably called the other brother, and they went over there. Baby, this is a sad situation. A loss to a young rapper. And I know y'all know T Hood. Don't act like y'all don't know him. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. That's T Hood that, you know, is taken away from here. And you know Kirk and Rashida, the habitual cheater. You know, Kirk got babies outside, you know. So, you know. All right, NIECY, come on. Spin it off. Oh, women talking shit with Shauna ain't said nothing.
I think she's trying to get her mic right.
You got your mic right, baby?
It says on mute.
Okay.
I think so.
You're not on mute. We hear you.
Oh, it said it was muted. Sorry.
Okay, you're good. All right, and who are you, ma'am?
I am talking shit with Shauna, or Shayna, as Marcella likes to say. But I'm talking shit with Shauna, and I'm new around here, and I need everybody to go subscribe to me because I talk about a little bit of everything. I'm one of them all over the place kind of people, so my content is all over the place. Like we gonna talk about life, love, and everything in between. I do adult content. I also do regular everyday stuff. It is a little bit of everything going on over there on my channel. So go there, go there, go
Go
subscribe.
like and subscribe. Tanya ain't here. I can't drop no link. All right, go ahead. Let me get my taco. Hold on, y'all. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead.
Okay, y'all. So Trumpy Dump came out yesterday with his orange crazy tail saying he's gonna take over DC, y'all. He taking over the DC police and they already sent in the National Guard. My question to y'all is, do you think that he's doing it to avoid this Jeffrey Epstein case, or it was already in the plans due to Project 2025, and he's going ahead and trying to do this fake martial law in DC to see how it's going to work in other states?
I think it's a combination because the thing with the Epstein case is he ran on the Epstein case. He talked about it, he used it. That was part of his running strategy that got him where he is now. They talked about Epstein all the way up until maybe what 2 months ago. And all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, nothing to see here. Never mind. Don't worry about it. No, I know we've been talking about it for years. Don't let it go. Don't talk about that no more.
Right,
And this thing about taking over DC, I think he did a trial run here in LA and he wasn't successful. But I
right,
don't think he's not gonna stop. So now he took it to the nation's capital because they're not a state and their
right.
rules and laws are a little bit different than the remaining states. So he's trying that over there. So I think it's tandem. I think he's doing both of them will help him because he also doesn't want to leave the White House.
Exactly.
Because if he leave, he going to jail. If he leave, it's too many things against him. So if he has to get out of there, he's gonna be in way more trouble than he's ever been. So he's trying to set it up though in such a way where he never has to leave again.
Okay,
And
let me play.
did y'all know that they said they're gonna do this for 30 days and then evaluate it some more?
Hmm.
Oh, I played that so the ad wouldn't play.
Mm.
Trying to get the ad to go ahead and go. But young men, any black men in DC, please, please, please go to work, go home. Do what you got to do that you have to get done and go home. Now is not the time to be outside hanging out. I know it's summertime. I know you want to kick it. Now's not the time for that. Not right now.
It's Liberation Day in DC, and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the DC Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control. And you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Uh, Very good people, but they're tough and they know what's happening, and they've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly.
Convicted felon talking about law and order. If this weren't so serious, it would truly be laughable.
He's insane, and he forgets that crime in DC is the lowest it's been in 30 years.
30 whole years.
30 years, and you want to take the Capitol back? Who had it? Who had it? Who had it when you ran your tail up there and took all them people over there to try to take over the Capitol and had somebody drop a deuce on Nancy Pelosi's desk? That person pulled their pants down, pulled their tail out, and left logs on that woman's desk. But
Ain't
now
that
you in order?
ain't that crazy?
Are you nasty, some of them? That person, like, I don't even understand how nasty you have to be to squat on somebody's desk. That is disgusting.
And some of them actually, peed all over the Capitol office.
Just
Hillary,
insulting.
Hillary had the right word for these people, and it is deplorable because they are.
Absolutely. And he tried that in LA when they were saying, I don't know how many of your people that consistently listen to you were watching when he kept saying, "Oh, these things are happening in LA. People are being attacked. It's so much crime." It wasn't. It wasn't. He was going to places where working people were, claiming that he had to clean up the streets. You went where the flower district is. You went where the clothing district is. You went down there and took people out of their jobs, away from their desks, saying that they were criminals. These people are outside selling pineapples and flowers and out here selling clothing. But these are the criminals. And the funny thing is, you're a damn criminal. You know exactly where the criminals are. You know where they are. You
In
probably
his
know.
administration, everybody in his administration is a damn criminal, if you ask me.
But do
Absolutely. And
y'all know that some of the insurrectionists that was convicted are ICE? They're ICE agents.
and
And he hired one of them to the DOJ. So
but
they
how a number of them have also been rearrested for violent crimes, domestic violence.
and killed because they feel like they untouchable.
Hmm. Out here putting their hands on people, putting their feet on people, doing all kinds of stuff. And these are, what do you think? Very, very nice people. Are you out of your mind?
I think there's going to be a civil war.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, some of these veterans around here, I already said that they ain't living in no Russia. They ain't living in North Korea. So it's definitely gonna be some stuff popping off.
Hmm. And now he changed the age for ICE agents. He opened it up, and then they're saying now there's a $50,000 signing bonus for people that are willing to sign up for ICE.
Right, right. He's trying to
Personally,
entice. He enticing people to get his own army. Is what
I
he's
have
doing.
I have an unpopular opinion on that one though. I think people should go get those jobs, and I think you dismantle it from the inside. You get the job, whatever money you gonna get the money, keep the money, do what you want. But once you get insider information, you gonna tell people when the vice people gonna show up. You go tell them
Right.
where they coming. You go tell them what they're doing. You break the system from the inside because obviously nobody's doing it from the outside.
Boom.
So you go in and you tear that thing apart from the inside out. Once you know where they're going to go, because we know they're in unmarked cars, so it's not like you can trace the vehicles. Because
Right.
guess what? They have a contract with, I don't know if it's Enterprise, but he has a contract with somebody where they're getting these rentals, so nobody's name's attached. You can't run the plates. That's why they don't care if you see the license plates. But get the job, get your money, whatever money they're gonna give you. If they're gonna give you 50K, get your 50K, do what you gotta do, get in the inside and tear that thing apart from the inside out.
I love your thinking.
Yeah, I don't know any other way to do it because you can't fight these people. These people have weapons, people are scared, they're harming them. Like there's no people don't even have empathy for people anymore. It's just insane to watch this stuff.
It really is. It really is. Um, Whenever I was watching the news yesterday, I felt like I was caught in the episode of The Handmaid's Tale because every day this country is looking more and more like Gilead. I don't know if you watched that series, but
I did.
baby, the stuff that's going on is giving Gilead all day, every day.
We're gonna be walking around saying blessed be real soon. Like what the
Now,
hell?
now they're gonna have to 187 me because I'm not being a Martha. I can't be no handmaid, so they put me in the kitchen. So ain't.
We're too old. We're too old for the things that they want women for. They think that women are only here to serve, to sex them, to serve them, and to produce more children. And they don't want the kids from us because they want white babies. This is about white
Right.
fright.
Well,
Right.
Niecy and Shauna, I promise you, if they put me in the kitchen, I'll get all of them.
We gonna put Marcella in the
You know,
kitchen.
on the season finale, that's how they ended up getting them in the kitchen.
Baby, Marcella said, "Let me at him. I got him. I know how to handle this. Tell him I'm the best cook."
Hmm.
Did you see the list of things that you can no longer buy on with EBT benefits?
Yes, no candy,
Yeah.
no soda.
Oh, it's bigger than that. No seasoning, no candy, no soda. So say you want to get like trail mix, you can't get that because it has chocolate in it. You can't get like if he says all this stuff and you say, "Oh, I'm gonna make my baby a cake for their birthday. I can't afford to go out and buy a cake." You can't buy the cake mix. You can't buy anything with sodium glutamate. You can't buy anything. He has a real strict list. It's bigger than just soda.
Yeah,
Anything
it
with
is.
chocolate in it, you can't buy. Anything.
Because you know, you could usually go up there to the deli and even buy your kid a birthday cake right from the deli, and they stopping all of that.
And no
Yeah.
fast food. Like out here, they have the hot meals program. So if you had EBT and the place cooked hot food, if you didn't have the ability to cook, you could just go buy a hot meal. You can't do that anymore either.
In New York, back in my day, they used to buy cigarettes with a Lucy
Hmm.
with food stamps.
They just cracked down on some bodegas doing that also. They went in and arrested them, shut down their stores.
Yeah, he's trying to dictate what you eat, how you eat, and look at your unhealthy tail. You trying to tell people what to eat, with
And
your
he
stomach coming
always
all bent up.
want
No, thank you.
McDonald's and KFC.
And you know what? I would have thought that him going back to the White House, they would have made rules in the White House where he couldn't take down Barack Obama's picture, Bush picture, put it in a back hallway. You got criminals running through the White House. I mean, they have learned the whole layout of the White House.
And he said that he's making that $250 million ballroom because everybody's wanted the ballroom. Everybody's been clamoring for the ballroom, but nobody could do it but him. If that's the case, you were there 4 years ago and you were there for 4 years. Why you didn't do it then if it was so important?
Because he
You took
had
the
more
Rose Garden and made it.
establishment people around him then. He had more people that knew what they were doing then than he doing these 4 years. This 4 years he got yes sir click. He ain't got nobody that's gonna tell him no. And that was one of his frustrations in his first administration.
Miss Nita said, I'm 65 and I refuse to go back. Give him a little Sugar Avery P. Marcella. Listen, I can't cook nothing. If he want macaroni and cheese, it might be macaroni and rocks because my macaroni and cheese itself gonna come out like a rock if it ain't Stouffer's, you know. But
Do
Niecy,
y'all?
did you
No.
hear that he's going to go to New York next?
I heard that
He's
he
going to
he
Chicago.
wanted to do all the inner cities is the quote unquote. So that just means black areas in cities. They want to go in there and gentrify a lot of places. And I'm telling you, they were playing over there in Cincinnati, Ohio, and that's the wrong place to be playing at because they're trying to take all that land around the stadium and re-gentrify it. So this is just crazy, man. Like I just feel like I'm living
Time zone.
in a darn, the housemaid, the handmaid.
Are you
It's a
scared?
simulation.
Honestly.
Am I scared?
Yeah,
Hell no.
I'm a little scared. I am.
Because this stuff in DC is just one step under martial law. And people like it can't be martial law because we still can go where we want to go or whatever. But it's still gonna be martial law because all those extra police officers on the street, you ain't gonna be able to move freely like you normally do.
Yeah, especially at night.
It's
And then
it's essentially
And they
martial law.
got a curfew.
Yeah, you can't.
oh,
You
they
have a
do?
curfew. Yeah, mandatory curfew. He's putting a curfew out, and then my thing is, He's trying to call anybody above the age of 14 an adult. So if they say that you committed a crime, once you're 14 years old, he's trying you as an adult. Imagine having a 15-year-old son or a 16-year-old son that went to football practice and he's going home and he gets picked up. And they say he did something he can't prove he didn't, and now he's being tried as an adult because he
Right.
thinks he's a criminal.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm sorry for the noise, y'all. I'm cooking. That's why I'm distracted.
I just want y'all to know that what are we gonna do? Why are we just talking about it and not like warning our families and warning people about what is getting ready to happen because it's coming and we got time now to take care of it. And it don't seem like people have urgency or they just said, I don't believe it's gonna happen.
Social media is a problem because social media paints the world in a false narrative. We get to see people love to give a 1 minute thing and everybody makes it look like they're millionaires. Everybody makes it look like their money is great. Everybody makes it look like the world is a great place. So people are so caught in that and staring at their phone, not paying attention to the news. A lot of people don't even know what's going on in the world. They could tell you the last TikTok trend, but they can't tell you what the president is over there messing up. We're desensitized.
Wait a minute. I want y'all to hear this.
We have other cities also that are bad,
Wait a minute.
very bad. You look at Chicago. We have other cities also that are bad, very bad. You look at Chicago, how bad it is. You look at Los Angeles, how bad it is. We have other cities that are very bad. New York has a problem. And then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention that anymore. They're so far gone. We're not going to let it happen. We're not going to lose our cities over this. And this will go further. We're starting very strongly with DC, and we're going to clean it up real quick, very quickly, as they say. We're going to have a tremendous success in what we're doing. Other cities are hopefully watching this. They're all watching, just like everyone's watching here. They're all watching, and maybe they'll clean up.
Did y'all hear that? Maybe they
Other
will
cities
self
also that
clean
are
up.
bad, very bad.
And he
You look
said
at
he's gonna do it very quickly. The
What's
only
self clean up mean?
the only way I can see them doing it very quickly if they take out some people. If people start seeing people fall down, people will run.
Have you noticed he's stuck on the ly? Everything is quickly, everything is bigly, everything is strongly. Like he's such, I know he's cognitively going to hell. Like he has a real serious cognitive decline, but also like he doesn't even have a grasp on what he's saying. The press conference today, it was supposed to be him. Why we got Caroline Levitt up there lying? And every question sent to her, she's like, "Well, we're not going to talk about that right now. Why are you here?
With her
Why
50-year-old looking self.
married to a man 32 years older than you?" Oh, okay. We know how y'all do. We know why you think that all this mess is okay. Because look at what you did. We get it. That's why Epstein don't bother you. Because you got
Speak
that
on
kind of.
Clarence Thomas. Speak on Clarence Thomas.
What's there to say about Jigaboo?
I mean, this man really shocked me. He married the ugliest, clearest, and he's treating his own people horrible.
First of all, he ugly. So I could see how he had to marry ugly when he ugly. What, don't nobody want you? You got to go where you was accepted, and you found somebody that wanted to roll over to that every morning. Cause what?
Woo!
Like who want to roll over and look at that?
You, you,
Baby,
you,
so
you.
I about choked on this soda, baby.
Don't nobody want to roll over and look at that mess? That big pile of
Baby.
chocolate? Don't nobody want that mess? You're horrible. And now they're talking about taking away gay marriage, but you know they're offended by interracial marriage too. So what you gonna do when they come for yours next? It's it's written. If gay marriage, once y'all can dismantle that, you're coming for interracial marriage. Because all of this is about y'all being able to get back. Like white people know that they are quickly becoming the minority. They've done a damn good job at telling us that we are only 13% of the country. That can't
Boom.
be true. That can't be true. We ain't been 13% of the country for the last 20 years. You've been saying this shit for 20 years. Some of us pay attention. Everybody's not stuck on TikTok, the newest TikTok dance, the newest food craze or whatever. Some of us are paying attention. We are not the minority they want us to believe we are. But if they can keep telling us that and we keep living like that, we'll always see ourselves as subservient to them. And that's what they want.
I be there.
Nina said, Uncle Tom Thomas. All right, y'all, I want to do a little intermission right quick. We had a very big loss in our community. We lost Danielle Spencer. If you don't remember who Danielle Spencer was, she was D on What's Happening. I'm in Richmond, Virginia on Monday. She was in a car accident, and a very bad car accident. And she went from being on What's Happening with Rerun and Raj to being a veterinarian. And y'all, she was 60 years old. I mean, so many of our good people, Malcolm Jamal Warner, so many of our good people are going down. They're dying, y'all. So we pray for her family. Hey, Peanut Butter Face. Y'all go like and subscribe to Peanut Butter Face as well, because she is coming up on crime stories. All right, y'all, let's go to our next thing. Please pray for her family. Let me tell y'all now. The Texas will start suspending homeless and unstable kids in September because nothing says pro-life like kicking vulnerable kids while they are already down. In Texas, they are trying to clean up and get blacks out of there as well. Do you think so?
Yes. And they're not pro life, they're pro birth and they're pro white birth. And as soon as these kids get here, it's fuck them kids. Remember when he said, I'm going to give you $5,000 to have a child? It costs more than that to have a child in the hospital. It costs more than 5K to do that. And once I have the child, what? Similac prices are what, $60 for a can of milk, a can of powdered milk at that. And depending on where you live, you might have to buy water because you don't have water safe that's coming out of your faucet. So you got to buy water, you got to buy milk, you got to buy diapers. Everything that's said to help people to, bring these children up, you taking away. You want to take away crystal stairs. You want to take away, you know, the price of childcare is insane. I know a girl right now paying $450 a week for childcare, and the woman keeps the baby 3 days a week, maybe 6 hours,
Woo!
$450 per week. That's insane. And she's keeping him overnight. It's not even like you have a whole lot to do. You might change one diaper, he sleep.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm. Let me get on care.com. I might give you a few keys to
Come
look
on,
at.
you you gonna keep a couple of children for a couple hours. Not too much. Not too much.
Not too much.
Girl,
Not too much, man.
if Niecy keep anybody kids and she don't keep the kids I be asking her to keep, y'all gonna know something.
Ooh,
And what gonna happen?
I'm gonna
Niecy
come
can
over
do it
there.
again.
I'm gonna come over there and cook for y'all.
Please don't threaten that.
I can't.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about what y'all think that will happen in New York if they went to New York City. You talk about all Russian gangs, Chinese gangs, Bloods, Crips, NY. You talking about a bunch of gangs. What are you taking up in New York City? I mean, for real, the five boroughs itself. They're gonna make people scared that they're gonna start defending their own home. And that's where the civil war is gonna come in at.
What's gonna, in my opinion, what's about to happen, and I think we're leaning towards that anyway. These ICE agents are starting to feel untouchable. People are gonna touch them. People are gonna remind them that you are just like us. And at some point, somebody knows you. Somebody knows where you live. Somebody knows something about you. The things that you're doing, it would be different if y'all would pick people up normally, arrest them, and take them away. But The fact that y'all threw that pregnant woman down on her stomach made her lose her child, which is a story y'all don't want to talk about anymore. There's that. Another woman that y'all grabbed out here the other day, threw her to the ground. She had a heart attack. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Another man, they came running at people. He started running. He fell off of a building because they were on top of a building. He fell 30 feet to his death. You don't want to talk about that. That is going to cause people to fight back. People are unnecessarily losing their lives and being hurt. You claim you just want to get the criminals. You claim you just want to remove the bad things off the street. Why everybody got to get beat up?
Right. They want to instill fear. Okay, so I want y'all to hear this man loud and clear. Hold on.
But a bunch of crazy stuff just happened overnight. Yeah. Where do we even start with this one? I could start with the out of control wildfires in Greece, the out of control wildfires in France, Canada, the flooding, the rain causing massive flooding in Japan. Nah. Let's do Venezuela. Yeah. So after the Venezuelan president came out with some comments about a certain country, which you can't comment about, come on, man, you should know better. Pam Bondi announced yesterday that there was a $50 million bounty suddenly on his head. I'm sure these things are unrelated, though, right? But I gotta say, Venezuela came back with a pretty good comeback. If we're just talking troll goblin mode, 50 million bounty for the Epstein list. So to all the feds watching that do have access to it, I'm just saying, bro, think about it. 50 milli, you're not going to get that from your government. Just saying. Moving on, Trump is trying to sue the U.S. UCLA for making $1 billion for making comments about the same country. Let's talk about the diplomat, the Australian diplomat who was arrested after having relations with three children under 10. This just happened in Washington, D.C. By the way, and I'm just going to pause it here and just talk to you guys about, remember when I tried to warn you that they would come for Americans next? The whole ICE stuff, the stripping of habeas corpus, all these fun things that have been happening right in front of your fucking eyes. Well, the U.S. military is preparing the National Guard activation for any minute now, in like a couple hours. So buckle up. This will be in Washington, D.C. Trump made a weird announcement over Truth Social yesterday saying that he's going to clear out all of the homeless and arrest all of the criminals. He is not talking about immigrants. He is talking about American citizens. I just cannot stress this enough, okay? And guess what? Even though a lot of you motherfuckers have been jumping down my throat, you're not American, I still want to help. I love Americans, man. Fuck off. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're coming. So that's going to be interesting. What else? I mean, should I talk about the IDF soldier who testified that he was told not to do his border patrol on October 7th? Nah, maybe not. Should I talk about the American teenager who was detained and told he has no rights because they thought he was an illegal immigrant? No, American citizen, born. I mean, Lord knows I can't talk about the 5 journalists that were killed last night after the IDF struck a media tent.
Sunday night.
I believe that's a war crime. I won't talk about that, though. And I don't know. Let's end it with the fact that the rapper The Game said he slept with all the Kardashian sisters, including their mom. I don't think that's a brag anymore at this point, to be honest, bro. Hey, sorry to interrupt your Monday morning dump, but
All of this happened over the weekend. Everything he just said happened between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They are coming for us. You know, I want to hear somebody else's opinion up here. Let's bring somebody up. Anybody, tell me what y'all thinking that is happening, and we're watching it. Like, wow, ooh, ah. What do y'all think?
Listen, not only was 5 journalists killed, but there has been like 180 something that's been killed in that conflict so far. A lot of them were with Al Jazeera, and that's just crazy that they actually are targeting media because they don't want the images that's been getting out get out. Let's be clear. That's what it's about. It's about them trying to suppress the truth and what's actually going on in Gaza.
Now I'm gonna tell you, if I would have put Love and Marriage Huntsville in the title, my live would have been bam wham. But meaning that we're talking about real stuff and people just don't care because they're saying it's not us, it's not nobody in my family. They doing that in DC, they ain't doing that in Carolina, they ain't doing it's coming. And people need to share what is happening around you in your city because it's coming to you whether you like it or not. Do you feel that way, Niecy?
I sure do. And that's what we always been about over here is educating people. And we've been warning people for years that this the steps that they were gonna try to take. This ain't new for us over here. We've been
Right,
telling y'all this is 2020 that they were easing towards I can't get it out. A autocrat type society
right.
that you know so it's nothing new for over here, and we always get accused of fear mongering, but we
Right.
just be trying to let you know what's going on.
And they're building more sundown cities. They are making towns where black people can't ride through day or night to go to another state.
There's a whole app that's been put out to tell you if you going cross country, which areas don't stop to at night. Now, ain't that crazy? Got to have a
Right.
whole app.
And on the positive side, there's also an app called Green Book. If you're
That's what
trying
I'm
to
talking about.
Well, but Green Book also shows you, it'll show you where not to go, but it
Right.
also shows you black businesses. Like anywhere you are in the country, if you're trying to patronize black businesses, it also will show you where to shop, where to eat, and just like Nisi said, adversely, it'll show you where not to shop, where not to eat, where not to go, to help you navigate. Because a lot of people drive around the country. A lot of people, some men, a lot of these guys that are like long haul truck drivers, they don't have a choice. They're driving from country to one side of the country to the other. They have to stop in different places. They don't have the option to just sit in their city. So they need to know that more than anybody else because we saw what happened with that young man. Was that in Ohio? When they came up and they threw his dog and hurt his dog and threatened to
North
unalive.
Carolina. North
Yeah,
Yeah,
Carolina.
North Carolina. And he was found deceased. He was found deceased.
Let me
Y'all,
share the
they-
screen and I'll
they're
show y'all
putting
what we're talking about.
they're putting people, black women out of jobs. 300,000 black women do not have jobs today. Some of them are single moms. Y'all, they're putting people in a position where our own people will start robbing us for food.
hmm they put you in a position where you have to beg them for their help. So then they becomes the only ones that can help you. That's what they're trying to do is make it a situation where we have to depend on them, and then they dole out what they want us to have, however small that may be.
Here's
Okay,
the
this
video.
is part one, y'all.
Get your fucking Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm leaving now. Give me your fucking phone. Let's go, bitch. Let's go. Get in the fucking truck. Yeah. Don't get out of the truck no more. Don't get out of the truck no more? Take you out. Yes, the sheriff's department's coming to get rid of you and your fucking mud. Okay. So stay in your truck. Yes, sir. Before something bad happens. Yes, sir. Get in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And one of those guys was a sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Him. He was the sheriff.
Shut your mouth. You're the sheriff? You're the sheriff, right? Yes. And you weren't trying to talk to me. Can I'm drawing the window down? I'm done talking to me. Shut the door. Can I draw the window down? No, roll the window up, roll the other window down. Hey, sir, you slammed the door on my door. And that's all I'm recording. I'm going to put you in jail. That's all I'm recording for slamming on the door. I didn't slam it on the door. You the door? Yes, you did. Have it on recording. Get in the door. Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going down. This town going down. Yeah, this town going down. Man.
Um, I got a problem with that just because I didn't like the yes or massa. But here's part two, y'all.
Part two.
Hey, he gonna sue the shit out their ass. Hey, what's going on? This is crazy as fuck, man. What happened? What's going on? What's going on? What's happening?
You driving that truck?
Huh?
Go get in your truck and be good with it.
No, I ain't driving that truck. I ain't driving that truck.
Get in your vehicle now. You're leaving. You're gone.
What happened?
You're gone.
Going where?
You're going out.
Who?
You
For what?
for videoing.
For video when I'm going out. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I'm done. Yeah. No, I'm done with this. Put your phone up and get it ready. Here's the right
Hey, he gonna sue the shit out their ass.
We seen that part, niece.
Okay. But yeah, y'all, that is from North Carolina, and
He's
there's
deceased, Niecy.
Izzy. I
Yeah.
didn't know that part. I
No.
don't. I don't know that part. I do know that he had gotten canceled and was gonna sue, but
I haven't.
I don't know
He made
anything
it out
about
of here. Yeah, he got out. So if something happened to him afterwards, it happened after, but he got away safely. Yeah, he did get away.
but I just think it's messed up. And I got another story here in North Carolina that I'm not trusting for 1 minute. All of a sudden, they got $250 million to help clean up our water with the EPA. I do not trust it. I don't trust it at all. No, they're giving 400 million to update North Carolina water system. I do not trust this at all. They was talking about they ain't got no money for this and that, and now all of a sudden, um, they got money to give $400 million. The EPA, that the way the Republicans trying to get rid of the EPA,
Hey,
I'm just suspicious of everything at this point.
hey, Rally, y'all go over there to Camarel. She's entertaining. She will make you laugh. And baby, don't let her be talking about something. All right. Y'all go over there to Camarel page. Like and subscribe, y'all. I'm
I
gonna let
like I like to show y'all these titles so you won't say I'm lying. There you go, right there. All this minute to uh come and play with North Carolina's water. I don't trust.
I wouldn't either. Well, let me tell y'all, this is I want to tell y'all, here's the young man he was. It says following the death of Jovin, his name Jovin McGee, a 21-year-old truck driver found deceased in North Carolina, controversy arose surrounding the circumstances of his passing and the
It's another
transparency.
one.
Huh?
Another
That's a
person.
different guy.
Oh God.
That's a different guy.
Let me see what Miss Nita got to say. Come on, welcome, Miss Nita. How are you?
Hey, Marcella. I've really been enjoying your show, and it's
Thank you.
very inspiring. And Niecy and Shana. But listen, I'm just going to say I refuse to go back the way that my grandparents did. I'm talking to my grandsons now who are adults, and I have young grandsons, and I'm letting them know be careful who you hang with.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out for these sundown towns. As we say, be out of them. Do not even try to attempt to go there. Also, just because somebody jump off the bridge don't mean you have to.
Right.
So, and they're going to a predominantly white college,
Mm-hmm.
and I told them watch them gals.
Yeah.
And also watch your surroundings and be aware, because they this is something they know, that our race is of a strong race. We know how to survive, but they don't understand. With
Right.
Trump doing all this stuff, we know how to survive. We know how to garden. We know how to do can, and they're just not learning this stuff. So they don't understand the fact how we can still survive while they are suffering. No, we know better now. We are not our parents, and we are not our grandparents.
I,
Hmm.
That's
like I said, with that whole video with the truck driver, the master stuff was getting me. But my sister was like, he was trying to survive. He was trying to live. I said, well, y'all would have been slow singing and flower bringing, baby. Because once they closed that door on my dog, I would have let out every round that I got. Okay,
mm-hmm.
that made no sense at all.
And I used to always tell my mama, I said, my mama, I say, it's good thing I wasn't back in the slavery days, because they would have lynched me with my
Hmm.
mouth and everything. Because oh, can I say that, Marcella, on your?
Yeah. All of
Oh,
us
okay.
up here would have been dead. Niecy mouth, my mouth,
I
Shauna
say
mouth.
and my daddy used to always tell me I should have been a lawyer. He said, because your mouth gonna get you in trouble. Well, if you don't speak up, then shut up.
But
Hmm.
My
there
mom
who wasn't
always
like
taught,
us. There
and
who
my mom
wasn't like
always
us in
taught,
those days.
right. And my mom always taught us, if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. And I'm
Right.
not about to fall for anything, and neither will I let my children or my grandchildren, or friends that are close, like godchildren and stuff. We got to talk to our children. We got
Yes.
to keep them informed, because what Trump is trying to do, he's trying to pull us apart. But he said that that didn't work when we stood down when all the Mexicans were protesting. I'm so
Yeah.
glad our race listened to you, Marcella, because you were the main one saying, this isn't your fight. Y'all stay at home. So you have good information, and I've enjoyed it, and I enjoyed,
Thank you.
listening to you. So I'm
I
gonna drop down.
I told people
Thank
to
you.
sit your black ass down.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Nita, for coming up. I'm gonna drop
Okay.
the link if anybody else want to come up as well, because we want to hear from y'all. What is our plan? And what I say, that we need to talk to our children and let them know what's going on is real, and we need to do something about it. We dropped the link for anybody to come up.
I wanted to respond to Kim. She was
Okay.
asking whether or not the truck drivers had any protections. One of the problems they're having is one of the men that was out there not only was the sheriff, the owner of the company was also out there. So people, of course, started calling, reporting, harassing. You know how the internet does. They put out some little flimsy apology saying, oh, we're going to do an investigation and see if anybody violated our policies and procedures, which is, of course, their way of end arounding and not doing a damn thing. That's their way of saying, "Oh no, we're doing an investigation." What is there to investigate? You own the company. That's your son out there. That's his friends out there. Look what you did to this man, and all you oh we're gonna if it was any impropriety, we're gonna do an investigation. We got it. Thank you for the videos. We saw what was going on. Of course you saw because you were there. That was
Yeah.
you were the owner.
Thank
Like,
you, Miss Veronica. Miss
why,
Veronica is MSNBC.
why do they need anything else concrete when it's all on video? And uh, I got distracted. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I was gonna say that.
um, and it's like, what more evidence will you need to prove anything when y'all out there calling that man everything but a child of God, um, and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah, but Miss Veronica said NSNBC protesters against DC takeover right now. Yeah. Oh, now this is a lady coming up, y'all. She got something to say. Go ahead, Miss Ray.
Hi everyone, how you guys doing?
Where
Hey.
can we find you at?
I'm the Deary Talk Show, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, all those places. I have a few minutes because I stopped from working. I want to say this to you guys. I appreciate you guys speaking about everything that's going on. If we can all keep some of the Texas Democrats in our prayers, a few of them are in hiding right now. I'm not sure if you know the Republican Jolanda Jones, because of the political gerrymandering going on in Texas, where they're basically putting blacks against blacks, and what he's trying to do is have those 5 seats there. And I fear similar things are trying to go on in Georgia because we have John Ossoff. He's coming up in the midterms. He was the Jewish. Him and Raphael Warnock. You guys remember when we had that big thing when they were trying to have everything Republican when 47 was 45, and
Yeah.
so Warnock is coming back up again next year for the Senate seat, and not Warnock, Ossoff. I'm sorry.
I'll get ready to
Um,
say, oh, Warnock on for another 4 more years.
And
yeah, but I meant to say
Ossoff
Ossoff.
is
I'm
gay
sorry.
as well. He's gay.
Exactly,
Why not?
exactly. But I think what everybody's really not understanding, I think that, as you said, they are cherry picking and they're going from state to state. The other thing with the ICE agents, when they did put the $50,000 out, what some people, it kind of came across the board on the news and nobody really talked about it. But the DOJ tried to undermine. If anybody know anything about Florida, sheriff in Polk County, he doesn't play. They sent independent emails out to all the different deputies, didn't go through the sheriff. They went behind the sheriff's back to try to recruit these deputies. And a few of the sheriff came on the television and they were pissed off because, but it kind of serves them right because they're doing the bidding of ICE. They're working with ICE in Florida. But when their hand got slapped and they wasn't like, they didn't come to them and say, hey, we want to get your deputies, they're upset. But you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways where you're helping ICE to go out and you're facilitating for them to go out and get these people in your county. But because they're going behind your back and emailing your people, trying to solicit your people and entice them, now you're upset as the sheriff. So it's just really scary at this time.
I'm trying to get Queen Tulsa up. I can't get her. My
Um, she must have went out.
Come on, Queen Tulsa. I can My arrow won't go down where I can bring her up.
Okay, I saw her, but I thought you had her.
No.
Come on back in the back
Come on back in the back, Queen Tulsa.
in the champagne room.
But dearie, you know what? Everybody needs to be paying attention to this and speaking, because we gotta not just talk about it. We gotta be about it. We gotta have a plan. And I wanted to speak with Queen Tulsa and let her know that Queen Tulsa is a married woman, and what is going to happen? They want all to not acknowledge gay marriages, and that's something. That is
It's
something. They will not acknowledge gay marriages. Girl, when you talk about trying to disband the LGBTQIA community, baby, they fight. They will
And,
fight together.
and it's like this. It's weird to me because some of the top people in the Heritage Foundation is gay.
but it's white
Mhm.
evangelical Christian, the evangelical Christians, the men, they're the ones that feel that they should be the only ones to speak. They're trying to take away women's right to vote. They're trying to take away everything. So a woman is only supposed to be in the home, making the home, cooking the food, cleaning up after them, and making babies and having them. That's it, and that's all. They don't want anything else. They want women to be seen and not heard.
And
Yeah.
first thing a Trump supporter say, well, look at all the women they appointed to different positions. They ain't got to stay in no position.
But you put a woman in a position and tie her hands.
Exactly.
You put her in the position to say, oh, it's DEI. I gave her something. But the truth is, DEI means didn't earn it for most of y'all. You got a whole bunch of people up here that didn't earn their spot. And even with
Hmm.
DEI did not
They're not
benefit black people.
qualified.
But DEI didn't benefit black people. DEI benefited white women and gay folks. That's who
And
got the benefit out of DEI, not black people,
don't
especially
forget
those.
veterans. The veterans got a lot through DEI. And the
And people that would say,
disabled, Asian, Indian, everybody was before this.
Yeah. Always. We were
we're
always
always
at
in
the
the
bottom of the
back end.
totem pole.
Despite it all, we still have been excelling. And so, because they see that we're still excelling, they see that we're still getting higher education and we're becoming the doctors, the lawyers, the scientists, the engineers. They're like, now wait a minute, they still thriving? No, we got to stop this. They're not supposed to thrive. They were supposed to fall apart. But we're not built to break. And they're seeing that in real time. If we have to pivot, I think black folks and black women especially have learned how to shift when you have to.
Hi, Queen Tulsa.
Hey, I had to leave out and go push the show back so I could be here with you ladies. How y'all
Well,
doing?
I think
Good
you
you.
got a tune up there, didn't you?
Yes, I am giving Stepford Wives. I'm giving 1921. You know, I'm here in Tulsa.
Okay,
Um,
Perfect
not
Wife.
to brag. Yeah, let me brag on myself and what God has done for me. Even though we're going through this whole situation with the current administration, December, I will be featured in a magazine. And these colors that I'm wearing, it is for blood, sweat, tears for our ancestors, reminding us of slavery, reminding us of AIDS, reminding us of so much that has gone on in history. So I'm just a reminder. And I'm so forever thankful for you sisters being big sisters to me in the community. And I feel like this is what we need. Marcella, I want to definitely thank you for the encouraging words. And I know people might see you on here and you might give it up in a certain way, but at the end of the day, these women on the panel that you all see, they have great hearts and they care about the younger generation. So I'm just here to support and engage in the conversation that y'all have going on.
You know what? I just love it. But I did think about you today and my own daughter. Because you're married, happily married, beautiful children, beautiful family, and he wants to not recognize gay marriage. What I mean,
Yeah, that was very it was alarming because it's like, why are you going after people that are minding their business? You know, we're taking care of our children. We're living like everybody else in America. We just want to live the American dream and, you know, not be bothered. We don't bother nobody, but we pay our taxes and things like that. I think that is this is personal and it makes me feel like, did he have a bad experience with someone like myself? Because where's this hate coming from? He led with, oh, trans this, trans that. When you look at trans statistics, we're not out here deleting people, especially our sisters. We have other causes that he could be focused on. What about the S trafficking of these children? When we talk about black children going missing, we don't see them on the news, but let little Kelly go missing, we're going to see her white ass all over the news.
but I want to tell you congratulations because, baby, they don't know how long me and you go, Queen.
That's
We
right.
beef sector tearing it down together. And
Yes,
guess what? And you know how to read from the library. And
you
see,
better
they
believe it.
can read, sing, and commentate and virtual gangbang.
Mhm.
You
But we
look
can come
so
together like
amazing.
this for a great cause and talk about something that's really important, that's something that's going to affect us all. And a lot of people that was, you know, hooraying, oh, we need this, we need that. Y'all got suckered in. And yeah, and these views or opinions are mine. These do not reflect the channel holders. We have individuals that are out here supporting the cause and they didn't even do their research. That's why it's so important to read, like you said, from the library. You have to read and you have to got to do your research on these people. Don't just be voting. just because somebody says something nice or you think that it's going to benefit them. A lot of these people, they get up and they tell you what they're going to do. And then when they get in the offices, kiss my butt, so
Right.
it's
Yep.
a Russian roulette if we really want to think about it.
And how is it out there? Because you live with it where it's predominantly white. How are you perceived and received where you live? Because it's predominantly white where you are.
Well, it's actually predominantly black, but we do have white spaces, white areas, and it is horrific. Even traveling to the DMV, I've been going back and forth with the DMV about my driver's license. Marcella, I kid you not. I went the other day, I showed proof of my ID and stuff. I just needed a copy. They're saying that they need proof of my name change. So they are cracking down. They are going with the discrimination. They are trying to tick individuals off in the community just so they could run a story and say, hey, we're working for the man, when really you're being confrontational and you're not assisting the general public with respect. And I mean, everybody, that doesn't matter if you're trans. They are supposed to, this is something that they got hired to do, was give you the best service. And the DMV is tripping. So I'll be reporting on that and uploading some stories. Go ahead, beautiful.
Go
I
ahead,
have a
Michelle.
question for you. I saw where there was a woman that transitioned into womanhood, but found herself in a really weird position because of her passport. She couldn't actually get, they were saying, they were giving her issues about her passport and saying that, oh, well, your passport doesn't match your birth certificate, that doesn't match your driver's license, that doesn't match this. So they were forcing her into all these different things. And essentially, you're going to just tell her she can't travel because if my passport does not match my ID, which does not, even though, we know
Yeah.
what it is, we know the transition has already happened, we know the proper pronouns, we know the way you are presenting and who
Mhm.
you are at this point. And this woman, you wouldn't have known. Like, I promise, had she not said I've transitioned, I never would have known. But
Yeah.
because the paperwork says something different, she was just talking about how terrible that experience is. Is that, and I'm assuming that's what you were going
Yeah,
through at
because
the
it's like it's dead naming. Like I changed that name in 2018. I took the proper channels because once you get your name changed, you got to go to the bank, you got to go to the Social Security, you got to go to. I mean, so I've done all those steps, and what I'm saying is like with certain people in the climate and what we're dealing with today, people want to make it hard for you. I mean, if they will use their personal beliefs to push those
Yeah.
nel- those situations, those narratives on you.
to
That's
just to
right.
hold you back for no other reason. I was watching it was on TikTok and it was like, well, this is my name, this is what I go by, my driver's license, everything says that. But yes, if you want to be technical, my birth
Mhm,
certificate does say something else. But like you said, going through all the proper channels, like they
mhm,
told immigrant people, go do this, go do that, and everything will be fine. And you
mhm.
follow the line
And then
only for,
years later, here you go. Yeah,
and you throw me
but
back. And
I want to
what he's
say oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, beautiful.
what I've been noticing is every time somebody speaks on the Epstein situation or somebody brings up something that he did wrong, he's like, well, what about trans athletes? What? Like, what? We weren't even talking about that. Like, how did
Yeah,
trans athletes get thrown in when we're asking you about gas prices and egg prices and rent prices? Well, what about those trans athletes though? What about those bathrooms? Sir, that we're not doing that right now.
Worry about all the wrong stuff.
Y'all, I want y'all to know the man of our house is going to pray tonight. Say hi
oh,
to the Gems.
How y'all doing?
hello,
Hey,
Yes,
Mr.
you
Tim.
say it, Tim. Okay,
Okay,
sharpen the tape. Let's
sharp.
hey.
Hmm.
Uh,
Damn, say that right.
baby, are you scared about what's going on? Because like
No, I'm
your
not.
your religion tells you you can't use
Come on,
guns.
man.
I'm not scared of that. God got me.
God got us. Amen.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay,
Jehovah got me.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about no.
I love you.
Oh.
All right, go
Well,
on,
y'all
Love
pray
are
for
so
you.
me.
cute.
And
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you, his religion tells him he cannot use a weapon, and I have a weapon. So
Mm,
he believe in God, and I believe God, have given me this finger. to just do more than dig up my nose and scratch my butt.
Bow bow. You
Listen,
know,
when necessary, when in danger, when when you're in that situation and there's no other choice, yeah, you have to definitely defend yourself.
Miss Reed, are you afraid about what's going on? Because you live in the area. Miss Reed? Miss Reed,
she's on
Is she
mute.
on mute? Okay.
Okay, she might have been
how's
having
she,
connection issues.
how's she on mute? You put her on mute?
I ain't put her on mute. She went on mute.
She might have put herself on
What?
mute.
Okay, Shauna, he's talking about coming to LA. So LA is not, he's not just coming to get blacks. He hates Governor Newsom. What you think will happen with that? Because
You know,
Governor Newsom is gang gang.
I'm gonna say this about Newsom. We got issues with Newsom as Californians, but what you're not gonna do is play with him. Now we can fight. It's like that black family thing. I can cuss you out, but if somebody else come for you, we all coming. And that's how we feel about Newsom. Like, leave that man alone because I'm here for it. When they started the gerrymandering in Texas, and he said, "Oh, if you want to play that game, watch what we do in California." California is one of the largest states. We have our own economy. We could literally pull away from the rest of America and be like, "Y'all figure that out. Y'all deal with that." And the beautiful thing is, if Newsom does that and New York does that, everybody in the middle is going to falter. So I love the fact that Newsom is stepping up and finally growing some balls. I need some of these Democrats to fight back. We are over here getting bullied by people, and we're like, please be nice to us. A bully ain't never stopped because you asked them to. You have
What?
to. And I'm grateful that Newsom is one of the first people that's saying, look here, this is what you want to do? Look how gangster we can really be. Start that shit and we're going to finish it. And that's what should happen. And most of these damn Democrats running around here running scared, which is why Jasmine Crockett looks like a lone wolf. And when she speaks up, it's like, oh, she's so aggressive. Somebody got to be.
Mhm.
Like, and I love it. And I'm praying that Newsom does not bend. Don't bend, don't fold. I don't care how bad it gets. Do not fold. And I love that he keeps going. Now, Caroline Levitt said today, bring it on, Newsom. Dare him again and see what he do. Keep talking. We here for it. Let's go.
It's sad. But I gotta run. I wanted to say happy early birthday to Marcella and NIECY. Y'all's birthday is on Friday.
Yes.
And happy early birthday if I don't get around to you, which I know I will. But I gotta run. I want to thank you, ladies and beautiful. Thank you so
Let
much
me
for the
know about the
engagement.
magazine so I can buy a copy, please.
Okay,
Because
I
you know
will.
what? We came from the beef sector and now we in magazines.
Baby, you better talk about it. I love you.
I love you
See you
too.
later.
Bye bye. That is Queen Tulsa. You can check out Queen Tulsa. She talks about controversial stuff. But when I started All About the Tea, um, that was one of my compadres. And she didn't let nobody take nobody down on All About the Tea. And it was an amazing experience working with Queen Tulsa. I watched her go from flat chest to some nice double D's, honey. I love.
Marcella, we're going to buy you some titties, Marcella, because you want you some titties.
I
We're going to
know I am so mad that I'm so old trying to get some. But listen, it works for me because I just got a bigger bra and I stuff it with toilet paper. I mean, nobody knows.
get your friend.
Yeah, I can't do nothing with them.
Meow. Y'all, but we got to just make sure that we talk to our children, talk to our families. We need to keep talking about this. We need to be sharing what's happening when it start moving closer because these people, these hate mongers are getting situated and we are saying, what are we going to do next? What are we going to do? We need to get organized
Mhm.
because, like I was saying,
Our family already talked about it. Like we got a contingent plan. If that fall through, we got a backup plan. So
who is that got the police?
Me, y'all know I live in Compton. Should be
Oh,
going down.
yeah.
Should be
Well,
going down around here. It's
I
a
mean,
little.
I'd be scared to trust our police. So if you get stopped by the police, please, by means, start recording live on Facebook Live. I would record on Facebook Live.
And I told y'all, in certain states, California is one of those states, you cannot touch your phone even while driving. Your phone has to be mounted. There are ways, I'm not sure about on Androids, but on your iPhone, you can tell Siri to start recording. You can program that into your phone and just say, "Hey Siri, I'm being pulled over." Your phone will immediately start recording, because you have to set it up in such a way that you have to document what happens. We don't want to be pulled over because it ain't never safe when it happens. But if it does, we need to have every single interaction with any law enforcement on record, because you never know when you're going to have to go back to it. And God forbid they harm you or hurt you in any way. So, while we're sitting here thinking about it and doing it, when you get off this live, if you got an iPhone, go on your phone, type it in. I'm sure Alexa for Androids will do the same thing. Set your phone up and you can say into your phone, "Hey Siri, I'm being pulled over." Your phone will immediately start recording. "Hey Alexa, I'm being pulled over." Let your phone start recording. And then when you're done, you just say, "Hey Alexa, I'm fine. Hey Siri, stop recording." Whatever you need to say. But that needs to happen. You might not have enough time to touch your phone and set yourself up for Facebook Live. So even if it's just recording, if you can send it to Facebook Live or IG Live, send it wherever you can, but document every single interaction. Hopefully we won't have them, but if you do, somebody needs to know what happened. God forbid we end up in that position, but we need to make sure that we're protecting ourselves in every way that we can.
Well, I'm Marcella Macavella right now. Don't be talking about no Android phones, girl. I love my Android.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
we
can
can hear you.
see.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm out in the woods somewhere. I'm working,
Okay.
and I had to change. I had to change phones. Okay, I heard your question, but before I go to your question, the lady you was talking to that just left,
Miss Queen Tulsa.
Queen Tulsa. Okay, I like the question that you asked. You guys asked about the ID. I don't know if you guys remember, but not only are they having problems, when I took my son, this was I think 2016, 2017. I w- I think they've had a plan since then, because when I went to get my driving license renewed, when they started with the star situation, I
Mm-hmm.
was I was married, but do you know, because I was divorced, luckily I had to go to the other town, but if I had to use my divorce decree because my name was different than what was on my birth certificate. I had to go through all of that stuff on my own. It was crazy. And I'm looking back now and I think that they really had a plan ever since then to start.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
yeah, and I'm gonna tell you the answer to your question. I am. Am I afraid for somebody to make me do something? No. But am I afraid that it's going to get worse? Yes. I'm going to say what a lot of people are not stating. I think we are at a point that voting, putting the right people in place. I'm gonna say what everybody else is not saying. I think right now all we can do is pray because it's too late. The monster is out the bag. The monster is out the bag. The train has started to roll. And he doesn't care what any of us say because he has, like you guys say, people around him who is not holding his feet to the fire like they did when he was 45.
Yes.
So at this point in time, everybody may want to say, well, she's just full of it. I'm telling you what I feel. What I feel is, and if you listen to him, he's telling you it's going down. So you can take care of yourself and eliminate yourself and take care of the situation, or I'm going to do it.
I hear
So
too.
yeah, so I feel at this point in time, all we can do is pray, hunker down, like you used to say, Marcella, get all your supplies and everything, because between now and when midterm come, in between that time, I promise you on everything I love, by the time midterm comes and before that, it's going to be too late to say, oh, we're waiting for 2028. It is coming. He's going to do it. Listen, I'm telling you. I think what a lot of us are doing, we're trying not to fearmonger and we're not doing that. But the bottom line is the resources that we had. You have legislator telling Texas representative is there, if they're not back, this was 7 days ago, if they're not back at by 3 o'clock, that's a felony.
Mm.
That's a felony. And I don't think a lot of people are really paying, like I said, paying attention. One of the representatives went on Don Lemon's show 7 days ago, and she's in hiding. She's not only just a representative, she's a LBGTQ, you know, so it's like a double whammy. And she say what they're doing is putting Black, like Crockett and another representative against each other, trying to isolate them out so they won't have to go against a Republican and get them out of the way.
Yeah.
So my thing is that what people are really not understanding, these people are playing dominoes,
Yes.
not checkers, and they're knocking, forget just the Hispanics, the Black, they're knocking anyone out that doesn't have money, that's not white. And I'm going to say allegedly, because this is my opinion.
Yeah.
But we are no longer in the times where we can say, oh, just wait it out for four years and we're going to be okay. These are my opinions. They are not Marcella. These are the Deary Talk Show opinions. And if you want to hear those opinions, you could also come to be, you could come over to my political channel. I'm saying this because at the end of the day, guess what else is happening? You guys just haven't received it. If you say something disparaging about 47, YouTube, and really, really bad that he doesn't like, they're going to send you a piece of paper and they're going to tell you that you can't say certain things.
Yeah. I know that.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, y'all know too.
Yeah, we know.
So what I'm saying is I'm not, what I'm stating, even if there is no impeachment coming for him, we already know that. Even if he did get impeached allegedly, VP is no different. I feel VP is worse than him.
He's worse because he has more intelligence than Trump, and he's
Bingo.
more serious. He's more sneaky. He's more conniving than even Trump is, and we're gonna be in some serious trouble if that man was to get in the office, y'all. When I tell you this man is worse. And also what you was talking about with your driver's license, I went to the driver's license place and I've been divorced since the 99 and the 2000s, baby. And they wanted my divorce decree because they looked down my wedding certificate and saw that I hyphenated my name with my old maiden name. So I had to have my divorce decree. And I was like, this is some bull. They're trying to keep women from voting.
Mm-hmm.
So see what happened.
There was a whole line of women that was trying to get their license. They was talking about that license have been expired since the beginning of the year because we have no appointments available here in North Carolina. You got to walk in and hopefully you get picked that day. But you can sit in there all day and not get picked.
My mother had what happened to her. So my mother, when she initially she got married in her early 20s, like 18, 19, 20 up there, and she married my father. She married my brother's father. Then she married my father. My parents have been married for 50 years. When my mother went to go get the real ID, they asked her for her birth certificate, the marriage certificate from her first marriage, the divorce decree from that first marriage, and then the marriage certificate from her marrying my father. She's been married 50 years. They made her get it. My mom was married in Vegas. She had to go to Nevada, get the paperwork. She went through hell and high water because they sent her through so much. She told me, she said, Shauna, I really think they just want me to quit. Like,
yeah, they want you to give up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the purpose. They want you to get so frustrated. They want you to give up and just say, I ain't going to do it.
We missed the trip. We missed the trip because she couldn't travel because they said that her ID was invalid. She finally got it, but it was months later. She couldn't go on the trip. She missed the flight. Like, she couldn't do anything because they were like, no, you are now, free to this. We need documentation from every single step you've made to get to this point. And I'm like, my mama got married in the 70s. Are you kidding right now? Like, seriously? And she's had this last name since the 70s. My mom's name's not even hyphenated. But they said, no, you went from your previous husband's name to your new husband's name without going back to your first name, and now you have to prove everything. So it took her a long time and a lot of money to do it, but now
Mhm.
she has her red ID. But they sent her through hell.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and listen, before I moved to Georgia, luckily I was in the state of Florida, but I had to physically go to that county and get the divorce decree. So before I moved, I made sure I had all of that stuff because some of these, even in the same state, some of these counties don't do electric documents. You have to have the actual, paper document. So for me, I said to myself all those years ago, I was like, something's not right. So what I'm just saying is we are in a time where people, it's almost like, because, and I'm gonna say lackadaisy, not everybody's lackadaisy, but because we've become so comfortable and we really think that we're in a free world, we're really not in a free world. It's up to what they decide they want us to do, and they will shut us down. And I really am really beginning to see that because freedom of speech is not really freedom of speech anymore.
Not at all.
It really is not. So for me, it's like every day that I wake up and I see the headlines, or I follow whitehouse.gov. I always follow because I want to make sure whatever he's putting out, you can go and also see everything he's doing, because nothing is surprising me. If we wake up one day and martial law is in effect, because what you have to remember, like myself, I live in a town or a city where we have the military. So it will be very easy for them to shut us down. So people that live where there's a military base, that's very easy to shut down.
Mm-hmm. One
You
5 minutes.
know, yeah. And so the whole thing about it is, if the Democrats, and my thing is, I think it's a little bit too late, but at least they're trying for them to. And this was considered a special election. They were actually off. They were called back in. They didn't even supposed to be at work. They were called back in for a special election. They were called back in because they wanted to have this rush election so they could, and they say at first it was illegal, but now the judge has turned the Supreme Court says it's no longer illegal to do that. So what I'm saying is everything that's going on, you have to watch what they're not saying and what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because whatever they're saying coming out their mouth, you can't believe. All you can believe is what they're putting into law.
And here in North Carolina, one thing I wanted to bring up, they just Josh Stein had vetoed being able to carry a concealed weapon without a license, but they were able to overturn it because they got 2 or 3 Democrats to vote with them. And now every Tom, Dick, and Harry can carry a concealed weapon here in North Carolina without any training.
That's not good.
You think?
Yeah, that's not good at all. I just, for me, I just hope that, only reason I feel that this is scary for me is because we've always had checks and balances. We've always had checks and balances to protect us. And those checks and balances, and I'm going to tell you guys this, I don't know if you've seen her, Kamala, I don't know if you guys seen her, where she put out on her Instagram and all her different pages and then she was also talking when they asked her, was she going to run for the governor of Los Angeles? And she said no. But I liked what she said, and she said it in a very professional and political way. She wants to take the time she's writing a book. I'm going to read it. She wants to take the time to get to let the people know her, because she really didn't come out and say it, but she felt like the people really didn't get a chance to really know her when she was running. And I really believe that she was listening to so many people that now I think she's going to run again for whatever reason, but I'm glad she didn't run for governor.
even though they need her. But I'm glad that she did not run for governor of California, because I think we're really going to need her in a different spot.
I'm
What do
not
you
sure.
guys think?
She's bigger.
Uh,
She's bigger than that. I think
exactly.
she's bigger than that. I think now that she's run, I think now that she's run, or she was, I won't even say run, now that she's been the vice president, I feel like it's not even a lateral move. I feel like it's a step back to go into being our governor. However, I'm a little conflicted, and I'm going to tell you why. I want Newsom to run for president. So to me, if Newsom ran for president, I'd take her as the governor. Like, that's the only way I would take her as governor. Like, if we could make that shift and he
I like
become the nominee.
Shapiro better. I like Shapiro better. And I felt like she should have picked Shapiro as her vice president.
Yeah.
Hmm. Better than I cannot remember that man's name.
10 walls to the
The
window, to the
yeah, Tim
wall.
Walz. Yeah, I'm like, I
But
cannot think of that man's name. Tim.
let me
I
ask
like,
you a question. Even if she picked Shapiro, what we know now of Alekion, when Alekion got mad at 47 and came out and said, I helped you get to where you're at. I don't
Look,
I don't know even if
That was
she would.
that was me prior to understanding that allegedly it was fixed from the get go. So it would have
Yeah,
looked way more suspicious how popular Shapiro is in Pennsylvania for him not to win his own state. So that's why I was hoping she was gonna pick him. But with what we know now, it probably wouldn't have helped, because they were
yeah,
allegedly paying people to pad boxes. People, they went around to different people in Pennsylvania asking them whether or not was that their signature on the card, and it was the same person signing several cards and putting it in. So what we know now, of course, it didn't matter. But back during the campaign, I felt like she should have picked him, and I felt like it would have been a stronger look, a stronger ticket.
what do you feel about Stacey Abrams?
that's what I was going to ask you guys as well. I've been following her and looking into her. I really wish she would run for governor, try to run for governor again. I hope, I wish. The only reason I'm kind of conflicted with her myself, because I don't know, between her and the mayor, Keisha Lance Bottom.
Yeah.
I think Keisha should run because, Stacey has ran again. I'm not sure what's really going on with her, because she's pretty quiet. When she was out running, she was a force to be reckoned with. But I think, for me, and this is my opinion, I feel that she let the star power when she was running go to her head a little bit. I think maybe she thought she was a shoe-in, because we were all shocked when she did not win.
Yeah.
But even in here in Georgia, it's a good old boys. And I'm gonna say allegedly, but that name Purdue, they feel holds a lot of weight here in Georgia. But a
Yeah.
lot of us have moved in to Georgia, so we don't feel that name holds any weight. When you're not from here, it doesn't hold any weight to you.
I know that's
Um, yeah. So, for me, I think there's going to come a point in time where we, and I'm not going to say we rolled off our ancestors' backs, but I think we're going to have to put our big girls' drawers on and our big men drawers and our boots and stuff, and eventually we're gonna have to get our rights back. I really feel we're gonna have to put some blood, sweat, and tears into, because the way things are going, I just know the damage that's being done. I'm praying. I know God got us. I know He got us. But God also, you say you got to help yourself too.
God bless the child to have his own. Billy Holiday.
Amen. So believe you me, He's coming out to Georgia, because you know why He's coming out to Georgia. But
She
you
have a
know what?
question.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I ain't know
My
whether she
question
was
is
holding the finger up
realistic.
or not.
So
Now, realistically, how do all you ladies feel about we all know there has to be a massive amount of work to repair things, so to speak. How long do you realistically think that's going to take for us to try
Years,
to get some semblance of normalcy where we were before? How long y'all think that's going to take?
years,
A
because
decade
Mm-hmm.
at a minimum.
we he has employed predominantly criminals to
Mm-hmm.
go after us. He has set back 100 years of freedom and civil rights for us and the DEI and all this stuff. And he's taking all this away. But guess what he's doing? What bothers me the most? He's taking Medicaid away from people and Medicare and
Mm-hmm.
messing with Social Security. Every time he say the word tariff, y'all stocks fall. He is
Mm-hmm.
everything everybody has worked for all their lives. They're losing it in their 401ks. SP
Mm-hmm.
that's yours. When you get the age, when up the age, he don't believe in that. He's taking Medicaid, he's taking food stamps. What he's gonna
And
start doing,
you gotta be 67 now.
yeah, he's gonna make people start like my neighbor who is not black, but if they were, start fighting me for food. They
Mm-hmm.
said that martial law. Do you know that those guys can come into your house and drink, take over your home?
Mm-hmm. And
And you
yeah.
get all your supplies.
Yes.
Let me tell you why I allegedly feel like he's shooting for Georgia. Remember when John Ossoff and Rasenberg, when the situation went on, when he was so pissed when he lost, when he was so mad when Georgia was a red state and turned blue. Remember, even when the election was over, we were still, I remember talking to my brother in Florida. Everybody was so glad the election was over. I'm like, well, we wasn't, because we still were in election mode. We were being bombarded. Our news, every time you turn on television, being bombarded because we still had those seats with John Ossoff because it was so close they had to have a runoff. So I don't know if you guys remember when he was caught, and I'm gonna say allegedly, but the proof is out there. They played it when Brad Rasenberg, our Secretary of State, when he called him and said, "Hey," when 45 called, will say, "Hey, I know you can find. I know y'all need to recount them votes. You got some votes somewhere. Y'all don't remember that
Yes.
when that
They gave
11,000.
yeah, 11,000.
exactly." Well, this man, I'm telling you, people may say he doesn't do revenge, but he does not forget. He will not forget. And then that was the first thing he did when he became, exactly, when he became president again. Remember, the first thing he really wanted to do was to get Black Lives Matter painted over.
And
Oh,
it's
oh yeah. And the whole
And
thing is,
they now.
yeah. And so this is the thing for me. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go ahead and skedaddle on. We all have to stay prayed together, and we can't just say we can't look for our political officials to run this race by themselves because they are out. They just outman. They're outgunned at this point.
and
It's
see, he had Herschel Walker running, the dumbest black on the block running.
girl.
Walking case of CTE with his silly, ignorant
That's
ass.
what I say. That's why I
Oh
say he's a
God.
walking case of CTE, and you can tell.
Do y'all know he was the laughing stock here in Georgia? He was the laughing stock in Georgia.
He can't
We
even
were
say his own name right.
They
That
don't
man
want
said
they don't want real intelligent black people with a backbone. They want somebody gonna go, yes, a master.
Did
That's
y'all
who.
see him on the press conference? Did y'all see him standing there? He was looking at Trump, and Trump was like, they looking at each other like, duh, at the press conference when he had him up there.
so you see now he got Lawrence Taylor's abusive, crazy self up there. I'm just here to serve you, boss. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Whatever it is you tell me to do, I'm gonna do. And we know your ignorant ass like to beat women and children. And we ain't gonna talk about the allegations of you with underage women. And you said because she was a woman of the night because she was in, she was into selling. She was into selling her. She was selling herself. that made it okay. Come to find out, that girl was 16 years old, and you said that wasn't your fault nor your problem because you don't check IDs, sir. Sir,
What
you
do you
are
guys think of? What do you guys think about the judge rejecting Ghislaine Maxwell's request? What do you think? They rejected it. That doesn't mean that the White House or whoever is going to not try to go a different route.
I believe that she gave them a lot of answers, and now that they got what they want, they might put her back in there because I think they want another prisoner to off her.
Yep, I concur with you, my friend. I concur with you.
Take her out because they know that she told some things, but she didn't
Yeah.
tell the essential things. And believe me, all of this is happening at a push because of that Epstein file. And I believe that. And Diddy is pissed because he thought old Don was going to let him out. And he's still sitting in there. But I do believe that once they let Diddy out, somebody's going to be there with new charges for Diddy. And they're going to be state. They're going to be state where Donald Trump cannot pardon him. But I think that he should be there. I mean, that you ain't got no baby oil, but you can spit on your hand. You got plenty of booties in there.
My thing is, she's still a threat, regardless if she signs whatever. You're so silly. Wait a minute, I just kind of regurgitated what you said. Oh my God, the humanity.
Marcella says the most ridiculous, insane stuff, but she says it so nicely. You always had that 3-second delay, like.
Did you see my brain? Did you see what my brain just did? My brain was starting to talk, and I'm like, wait a minute! It reversed to say, did she just say that? Oh my God!
Diddy out. That's one part, and they will not get it because Diddy did speak against 47.
Oh yeah, and not. But what I'm saying with her, with Ghislaine Maxwell, she's always going to be a threat. She's a threat because my thing is she knows too much. And all of the redacting, allegedly what they had to do to that report, and they still didn't want to put it out, that means she knows a lot about 47.
Yeah.
Of course she does. That's why she got the club
plenty of pictures. I mean, do you know somebody's been leaking pictures of him kissing, young girls at the beauty pageant? And guess what? Melania was standing right next to him.
She don't care. That woman don't love him. She's repulsed by him. Did y'all see that one thing a couple weeks back? He was trying to hold her hand and she gave him her pinky. So he had her pinky. Like he was literally holding her pinky. Like she was like this. And that's how he was holding her. Like she's disgusted by this man.
You know he treating her like Stevie was treating Hasseline. He like, you don't do what I say, I'm gonna send you back. I'm gonna send you back.
I'm not going back to the strip club, Stevie.
Melania, she ain't going back to Europe, baby. She ain't going back to whatever country.
And she's from Slovenia.
Okay, well,
back over there.
Well, for me, it won't be hard for me. I know it won't be hard for NIECY. I don't think it'd be hard for any of us if we have to go, because I was raised with planting greens, washing clothes by hand. I wasn't all into, so I know how to use a scrub board and all those things.
I got a scrub board and a tin thing up in the attic right now.
Wait a minute. What was going on with those eyes? Is Marcella saying, I don't know. Marcella better.
Marcella ain't for none of that.
I just learned 2 years. I just learned 2 years ago that you wasn't supposed to put greens in the wash machine. So I know good and well.
What? What?
That is nasty to even think about. The same place.
When they said wash the collard greens, I used to put
your drawers in there. You put your towels in there. You can wash the tail with. That's a no. No.
I don't know how NIECY was looking.
Where'd you get that idea from?
I don't know how NIECY was looking, but me, And my head was tilted just like Shauna head. We both was tilted to the side, like what?
Everybody up here know I used to wash my greens in the wash machine.
Baby,
What?
that's as bad. My niece asked me because she cooked her chicken wings on my griddle.
What?
How? How you gonna do that? How would you?
Yeah.
Marcella
What?
be sounding like some prison stuff. What she talking
And
about? You
I
take
know.
I have a gourmet meal, and people be saying, "Girl, your macaroni and cheese is real good," and then it be Stouffer's. When I just
When
add,
you said that, I didn't even know Stouffer's make macaroni and cheese.
they make
They
macaroni
do.
and cheese, and
girl,
I
Stokers need
add
to
some
cook her a
mozzarella
check.
to it, and I'll sprinkle some sharp up there so it can look like I was really grating the cheese, and then
Stokers, we need an endorsement deal because we have you one of your number one fans right here. Maybe your
Yeah.
number one fan.
Marcella,
So
did
Oh,
you
you talking about the frozen Stouffer's,
yes.
yes,
Marcella? What about
I
the? You
don't know
can't
how to
boil the Velveeta, the shells, boil it
I
in
know
water.
how to make mac and cheese. We did mac and cheese on a live one time, and she did good. But Marcella is lazy.
Marcella, I
I
mean,
didn't know
listen,
that
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on.
I didn't know
I
cabbage came
mean,
to Marcella. I did not know
Mar-
that. Like
Marcella,
what?
I mean this with the utmost respect, Mama. And I don't mean no harm, but you got to have the meanest wop in the world. You on cook? That wop got to be the meanest thing in the world, baby. That's
well,
all I
better
gotta
get
say.
Chiquita
See, I
Punani.
always say that man ain't marry her for her cooking.
My husband did
What
not
that
marry me for
what
my
that song
cooking,
say? I
and
don't cook, I don't clean, but I got this ring.
I can
yeah,
see you in the video, tooted up and booted with
if
Marcella.
y'all did not see when Miss Wanda came, Miss Wanda, my husband loved liver and rice. Miss Wanda liver was so tender that you could cut it with your fingernails. So Miss Wanda said, "Okay, before I leave, I'm gonna help you make this liver and rice." And baby, when she told me to pick up the liver with the glove, I did. And that blood popped on me. I was like, "Oh my God, my arm is having a menstruation. My arm's on a period." Oh, I couldn't handle that because I sometimes I don't like to touch raw meat. And so I invited you to my house for dinner. And Niecy said, "Just wait till I get there because I'm gonna show you something." When Niecy came here, she moved me out the way and cooked the dinner that I was gonna cook for them. She said, "No, we'll cook it when we get there."
I was like, oh, I got it, girl. I got it. Go on, sit down. Go on, sit down somewhere.
Listen, I'm about to get ready to go, but Nisa, listen, instead of you doing your gardening, lives, we're gonna need to have a live, even if it's on a Zoom, where we all do. It's called Cooking with Marcella, and we're
Mhm.
all going to cook the same meal. We
Yeah,
need to.
We
we
that
can
would be
do it
fun.
up here. We really can. I also want to do a
I'm
sip and paint
impatient.
night. I
I'm
want
very
to
impatient.
I want to do a sip and paint night where everybody's gonna be sipping and painting. You do have to come on camera, y'all, because we got to see the portrait or whatever you gonna paint. I'm planning that, and me and Marcella show cooking show. They used to call us Lucy and Ethel, baby, because Marcella.
Miss Bree, let me tell you what happened. My husband told me he wanted some baked chicken. And then he called me and said, "Baby, did you make the baked chicken? Because I'm 20 minutes from home." And I said, "Yes, I did." So I put the chicken in the oven on 500. And the chicken began to get brown and everything. I mean, it was so pretty, right? And baby, when I thought it was done. And so because it only cooked 20 minutes. So when he pulled up in the driveway, here I am. I put the bag that you put in the microwave and it come open. The stuff is already cooked, the vegetables. Baby, when I went to slice for him to get the wing and a piece of breast, oh my God, the whole chicken started bleeding like I had just chased it around the farm and wrung its neck. The chicken was bleeding everywhere.
I don't care how many times I hear these stories, girl. I still be
Oh
over
my!
cackling.
I'm over here mortified. Mr. Tim.
But you
Mr.
close to me, so
Tim.
I'm gonna invite you to dinner.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I
Um,
think we should do a
Niecy,
cooking
Niecy,
Go ahead.
long as you got Wanda, Niecy, Tim is okay. Marcella, let me tell you, I know why you successful in business now because we all have our vices. Like you, but I can cook. Now I'm not domesticated like most, but I can cook, I can clean. But all this fancy fixing up and having the house look, I'm plain Jane. But I
Oh,
can
you
cook,
should know about
Marcella.
my decorations. I got
Yeah, see,
every
I don't do
thing
that.
you want to cook with.
She
I own it,
she
but
called
we
her the
don't
cooking
use it. We
appliances
don't use it.
decoration.
Oh, you can go in
I'm
the
gonna
kitchen
back
and
her
get
to her house one day, and
everything is
I'm going shopping. Okay.
Miss Wanda said the same thing. Miss Wanda said, "God damn, I wish I could just fly all this back. You ain't never used this. Do
My,
you know Niecy taught me to make some lemon bars and I was stirring and I was like, oh my God, my shoulder hurt. That night, me and Tim had a threesome. It was me, him, and Ben Gay all over my shoulder, right? And so Niecy told me, well, go buy you a mixer. So I went and bought the mixer. The mixer was like 500, close to $600. That mixer is still in that box,
It's
sealed.
still in the box.
See,
And I
that's when you know you a non-cooker. When people who don't cook, they buy expensive stuff. People who cook, they can go to the Dollar Tree or Walmart and buy what they need. But Marcella, when I knew that I was talking about a cooking show or something for you, baby, you hurt my heart with that liver because I love me some good old smothered liver with onions. I
yeah.
don't know what you been talking about.
And I
Ew.
have never seen rice cooked in the oven. Miss
What,
Wanda,
what you about to make me cuss on this damn thing. What you
no,
mean
Miss
cook in the
Wanda
oven?
made rice in the
She
oven, and it
and
was
You
it
and
can
was
make it in the oven. I thought you was talking about you made it in the oven.
she
no.
Puerto Rican and ain't never seen no rice in the oven.
And that's what y'all love. You love
So
rice.
growing up Puerto Rican, we had one rice pan, one rice pot, and we had a bigger pot that we would make the oxtails or whatever the meat was gonna be that night. Shoot,
Mm,
at one time I thought it was red ass we had in that pot because we didn't have no money to buy food.
did you say
you
rat
know
ass?
what? Mm.
What?
She thought the oxtail was rat
Where?
tail.
Not rat tail, rat's ass. Ma'am.
Listen, I cannot cook. Like I said, my husband did not marry
You
me.
know what old folks say when stuff like that happen, Niecy, what they say, bless your heart.
Show
Bless,
your
bless, bless your heart.
And do
You
you know
so
that
sweet.
when me and Tim got married, the first meal I ever made him was you buy it in the box and all you gotta do is add the hamburger meat. And,
hamburger helper.
Hamburger
right.
helper.
And I was making every different kind of this. And Tim would say, is this that stuff called hamburger helper? And I said, yes. But then I said, okay, I'm gonna try something new next week. I used to go and buy stuff, take it out the box and put it on our plates. And he would say, now this is more like it now. When he asked me, can I have seconds? I didn't think to buy seconds.
Listen, Reed, if you want to laugh one day and you ain't got nothing to look at on TV, go back and watch me and Marcella cooking videos around Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm telling you, don't be eating nothing whenever you watch them videos because you is gonna crack up. Cause I go back and watch it myself because that's how funny it is.
Now this year
Well,
we're
I'm
gonna
gonna have
be
to.
dinner. We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
have to go back and watch because I didn't know they were there, but I'm gonna have to go back and watch because Marcella, I really thought you were joking at first when you say you couldn't cook, but Lord have mercy. It's okay, mama. It's okay because you got that wop. It's all right.
yes. I got that wop. I had it before Cardi did.
Yeah, I mean, and Mr. Tim, you can tell he loved you. He loved you to pieces. Nobody would know that you didn't know. And they say to wait till a man's heart is a meal, but not in your case, baby. It's
Mm-mm,
okay.
She
mm-mm.
It's
got something
okay.
for me.
Well,
She
I
got something
say
for me. It just ain't in the kitchen.
No, but
Exactly.
I used to ask him, why you gaining so much weight? And I don't cook. He said, because before I come home, I go out and eat something.
Well, at least he's being honest. But Niecy, yeah, let me know about the sipping pain or whatever. But I probably have something else to drink. But Marcella tell you, I come on, I could come on the camera. She saw me when I was laying in the. Remember when you called FaceTime me and I was laying in the
Yeah.
bed? Yes, that's right, baby. All that cap and all. She must have been.
When I call people through the DM, I want to see your face because I want you to see my face. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if I'm in
Yeah.
my coat, brushing my teeth, doing my hair.
You still in the bed? I'd say, I'm still in the bed. Yes,
Get up
ma'am.
at 5, and sometimes I call Shauna, and she'll have her phone like this to her face. Yeah.
Because first of all, I'm blind. I got keratoconus, so I can't see. So if my contacts are not in, baby, that phone gonna be right here because that's what it takes for me to be able to see. So if she called me and it's real early, she gonna get that.
Oh, but that's real early because you are 3 hours. You are 3 hours behind me. But when I call Niecy at 5, 6, 7, 8, Niecy will not answer. And I know she
I
hear the damn
ain't never gonna answer. So, cause I ain't gonna be up that time. I don't have my time to be up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it ain't now.
Yeah, but on a
But
real
I'm gonna
serious
go back and
on a real
check those
I
videos.
pray
Go
for
check them out. I
Deshaun.
think one of them, Lucy and Elsa. I forgot what I named them, but they always around Christmas, no Thanksgiving, Christmas, and we try to cook. I try to show her how to do turkeys and child. The turkey ended up with bullet wounds and stab wounds, like it was going
What?
down to Wells Club. Okay,
She told me to cut off the tail. And I didn't know. Then she tell me to put the needle in there, but she didn't tell me not to stab the thing and put the stuff in there. She was telling me to just put it above the skin. And do you know I had been practicing that before we even filmed the show. With chicken trying to shoot the needle up, but I just get frustrated. And then when I cooked my turkey, all the stuff that I shot in there, it squirted all over my oven. I was like, I could not believe it.
She
And
said,
she's
and she seemed like she's really.
I
You
get
seem
frustrated.
so sincere. You seem so sincere, like you really are trying. Look at
I
you.
am
she's
trying. I do get
fine. She really does.
frustrated. I be so disappointed when my turkey, when I took it out, the turkey had split all open. The legs was open wide, so I can come inside. You didn't even have to give the invitation. The turkey was like,
I'm really finna go, but let me tell you, my husband came in one day and I was doing a chicken, and he told me, "What you doing?" Because I was in there. Listen, don't think crazy of me, but I was in there. I was just clean. I cleaned the chicken, but then I was marinating, and I told him, I said, "You got to talk to her. You got to slap that ass a little bit. You got to pop it." I was rubbing on
"What you
it and
clean your
popping it,
chicken with? Do you
man.
clean your chicken with a little bit of bleach?"
No,
Ew.
no, you don't put bleach on
You clean the
chicken.
But the
meat
first time
Niecy,
afterwards.
you're
Niecy,
responsible.
no, but the
You're
first time
responsible.
Niecy told me to clean my turkey, I used Dawn dishwashing liquid.
You know
I
what? I'm
didn't
about
tell
to.
you to use no
She
Dawn. Don't
said,
put my
"Why?"
name in that sentence. Don't put my name in
No,
that
but you said wash the chicken. You said wash the
I said
turkey.
wash it. And I thought
Well,
you
you
had
have to use soap
wash
Niecy, we
to
blame
mine
you. You're
with
responsible. Niecy,
lemon
you're
and
responsible.
salt, baby.
But I didn't know
You're
that at
responsible
first.
for that.
She had to tell me this year that I needed the lemon and the pepper. I mean, the lemon and the salt. But when she said wash, I was washing it like it was a child. Like scrubbing.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna
And
ask you
guess
one question. Let me ask you one question. When you cleaning the inside of the chicken or the turkey, down in the cavities, how do you do that? How did you do that? I
I
just
run
want to
the
know.
water through so it can come from the ass to the neck.
No, but do you go in there and get all the stuff from the inside, like in the
Oh, girl, I
bottom?
would vomit if I did that.
I had to tell her to cut the ass off the turkey, so no.
No,
So when you clean your neck bones, you know how you got the little creases of the
I
neck
have
bone that got the
never
little
made
fat?
neck bones. I have never made neck bones in my life. Never.
Wait, Miss Bug asked the question. What about chitlins?
Oh, I love chitlins.
Tell the chitlin story.
Okay, Miss Reed, please don't
Oh,
laugh at
there's a
me.
chitlin story. Jesus.
Miss, I had went to the store and my husband said he liked chitlins. So I said, I'm gonna make you some Spanish chitlins. And Spanish mean just add the banana peppers and the jalapenos. But anyway, the chitlins said fully cooked. So I just dumped it out the pot, and I dumped it out the plastic container and to the pot, and then put the jalapeno in there and everything. And then my husband said, "Why is this chilling so like gone? What is wrong with it?" He said,
Oh,
Did you clean these chillings?" I said, "No." It said fully cooked. He said, "You got me eating. I mean, shit.
oh.
This is shit." And I never made any more chitlins from that day.
Marcella, that was grounds for divorce, honey, right there. I promise you. Or at least a good week out the house. I would have packed you up. Do you know
I
what
love.
was
You know what?
do
I
you
didn't never.
know what was in his mouth? Do
He
you
was
know?
chewing.
Peaches.
Listen, he be chewing these little 32 A's, and he can chew that chitlin.
I
But
wish I would have turned my camera on. Why my hand was on my head? Like both of us had our hands on our head. Like,
I'm
oh
not
my
lying.
God, chitlins.
I'm not lying, Niecy. And then when I first met my husband, he said, "Taste these chitlins," and I said, "Chitterlings." He said, "Girl, these ain't no damn chitterlings. Come from that New
Chitterling.
York shit." Because they used to sell chitlins in New York, but it was chitterlings as a delicacy. And
And
then
she was getting on my nerves whenever I first met her talking about some chitterlings. Like,
I don't
girl,
know anybody that says chitterlings.
yeah, chitterlings.
I have never tasted chitlins in my life,
I love
but
it.
I do. No, I don't like them, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because I grew up in my grandmother's house, and I was the person, unfortunately, had to be in to help muss the raccoons, clean them, pluck the chickens, because we had our own chickens. But after you've cleaned chitlins, I seen some of them, and she had buckets because that's where everybody came to the house. So we had to have at least 10 buckets or more cleaning, the nasty hair, the nasty net. Ooh, I cannot listen. I have never put a chitlin in my mouth. I know how to clean them? Yes. Mr. Tim loves you. I promise you he does.
Bree,
Oh
you
my
grew up
God.
like me. Like
Yes,
we, I
my
grew up
not
in
my
a
mother
country
cooked,
family.
but my abuela, she did cook, but our meals every day was rice and beans. We had red rice, black beans, whatever rice and gandulis. They call them gandulis. We and just a meat. And sometimes we didn't have meat. We just had rice and beans. I love chitlins with Texas pea hot sauce. Woo.
Boy, my
Everybody's
mouth is
gonna say chitterlings. Everybody all day today is gonna be chitterlings.
I almost said chitterlings, and then I said, "Wait a minute, it's chitlins." I almost said chitterlings too, and I had to make sure that when I said chitlin, y'all heard me say chit, and I stopped. It's not chitterlings. I was about to say chitterlings too, knowing
Yeah.
I know it's chitlins. It's
When my husband
chitlins.
said never make any more fried chicken because the chicken wasn't done in
Please
it.
tell me you know how to fry chicken.
I
Please
don't.
tell me.
Yeah, I don't.
And she don't allow him to fry no chicken in the house.
Yeah.
She tried to
Well,
fry pork chops
It's
and
okay, Marcella.
all the bread
It's
fell off.
okay.
She put the pork chop in the grease. Everything
no,
came off.
that's y'all fault, Shauna. Shauna, y'all was on FaceTime with me while I was making these pork chops, and somebody told me to get some eggs and dump the pork chops in there, and then I put it in the flour. And then when the flour got, cooked, browned up, I was like, they are so pretty, and did not know that the pork chop inside was still raw.
Raw.
Marcella
Yeah.
didn't do an egg wash. She literally took that pork chop, threw it in some flour, and then put like a little bit on top like that. And then she just put it in the grease. So when she put it in the grease, the flour literally did this. And she gonna say, wait, what happened?
She was
Hold
making
on. Why is it
gravy.
like that? She pulled it out and then said, can I just put it back in the flour?
Marcella, stay away from the cooking oil. Stay
Put a
away.
All of
stuff
y'all.
it in that
Next year
gravy.
this time,
You could
next
just
next
stuff it in
year
that
this
gravy
time, I
until
will
it
know
got
how to cook. I
done.
want all of y'all to come to dinner, and I'm going to cook it. But
No, no, ma'am.
I just said,
No,
Miss
no,
Wanda,
ma'am.
listen, y'all. I thought Miss Wanda was trying to catch my kitchen on fire, right? She had made some, and then she had threw the flour in some grease, and it was
She was
like,
making gravy.
right. I didn't know that, right? And so I was like, "Why are you doing that? There's a fire?" Because I thought it was a fire when she was throwing the grease in there. I ain't seen no fire, and she was throwing the grease. And she said, "No, girl." And she added some water. And my husband said, "Oh, that's real gravy."
Yeah,
And
that's real gravy. That's homemade. Yeah.
I
In the
buy
jar.
gravy in the jar. I have never made homemade gravy in
You
Timiswanda.
were making it with them pork chops. Something you
Now
had to do.
listen, let me
Cut it
help you, Marcella.
low. Cut it down on low. Next time you make a mistake like that, and just cook it slow in that gravy, and it will be real
But
good.
let me help Marcella because I've kind of switched over from the homemade gravy because of the oil. I'm doing a little healthy. Marcella, I hope this you should be able to make. You can get the McCormick packs of gravy and add the cold water and keep mixing it till it's thick. Okay, that's
Still ain't the same.
it's not the same, but it's gravy for her.
No, I am getting better, y'all. I am getting better because
I'm out, y'all. Y'all. Oh boy, this has been
my
very
air
interesting.
fryer. I use my air fryer, but I think that when I put the nugget fish in there, it was so hard. So, but the
Wait a
time,
minute. What are you talking about? What kind of fish? Please don't tell me you mess up fish. I love fish.
no, it was I took the raw fish and
Uh
I
huh.
put in the egg and then put in the flour and threw it in the
Why are
crock
you always using egg with stuff? Why you need egg with the fish?
because I learned that from Shauna
No, ma'am. No, 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 no,
and
no, no, no.
Don't say my
No, no,
name.
you
You
can't do
ain't
that.
asked me.
No, put
yeah,
the
I
no,
did. It was y'all.
no,
It was you and Deshonda.
these are
It
lies.
won't
These are
me.
lies, Marcella.
Uh,
These are lies. No,
well,
ma'am.
I'm just
Now you
saying.
can do it like air wash on some things.
On
If you want a
chicken.
lot of crispy, if you want it
Yeah.
real crispy,
Well,
you
girl, wait.
know. But
Marcella
I've
be
never
doesn't
told
have
you to
enough
use
time.
no
She going
eggs
in
for
the
nothing
way.
because I
I
don't
was
have
on the
that
phone
cooking.
with Shauna, Deshonda, and somebody told me to do the egg. Yeah, I think it was
It was not
Mildred.
me. It was not me.
And I did that, and it just, I mean, it started bubbling up, and I was like,
Now,
"Oh my
some people will do that if they want to have like a battered, type of crispy thing. But I eggs is white women do. Thank you, Queen Lily. I'm glad you said it because I want to be politically correct. Thank you, Queen Lily. That's white women.
Can I say this? Now that shows you what Trump is really trying to put people back to. Because on your EBT card now, he is not letting people buy seasoning anymore. He's trying to take people back to bland ass food. So if you pay for groceries or EBT, you cannot buy seasoning anymore.
Well, baby, and let me tell you something. Every time Miss Wanda, we went grocery shopping, right? So Miss Wanda put one thing in the cart, I would just add a whole bunch of stuff. And she'd just say, "Why you buy all that seasoning?" And I said, "Well, sometime when the chef comes, she wants seasonings." And she said, "Girl, you got all these Miss Wanda was in my cabinet doing like this, y'all, to the seasoning.
Yeah, because it gets sick.
As hard
I
as a
was
damn
using
rock.
that to seasoning."
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. When you doing it bumping like that, that means it's hard.
Whenever it get that hard, that whenever you shake it like that, and it don't break, I throw it away. But I don't be looking at
Now,
expiration
Miss
date.
Wanda was like, "Girl, we need to go to the store. We need to go to the store." I'm not using that. Miss Wanda was just saying, when I told
Yeah.
her about my cabinet, she said, "You need to go up in that cabinet and start throwing that stuff away." I looked at one of the cans, right? Around the top has the expiration date. It was garlic powder. I mean, you shook it, it wouldn't even do nothing. I looked at the date, it said 2014.
You got to be more careful. Got to be more careful.
Not
Boy,
2014.
it wasn't no more garlic in that powder, baby. It was just powder. The garlic had evaporated. You hear what I say? Marcelo, let me tell you something. We love you for
Now,
everything else but your cooking.
I don't use no other kind of seasoning because Miss Wanda said,
But the good thing is you're a good sport. You laughing at yourself. So basically,
"Oh,
a
because
lot of
I thought
times,
I was doing it right." I mean, I'm
no
still
ma'am.
standing on business. I believe
No,
that
ma'am, your business is not standing unless it's your business you working in. You're not standing on no business with no cooking. No, ma'am. No, you cannot. And you
Marcella,
talking to somebody who loves fish, baby. You hurt my heart with that fish. Somebody when I was putting it in there with the egg, I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm
Wait a minute. I had to do a little grandma shucky duck. What is wrong with you? You hurt my heart. You told me first you slapped me in the face with the liver.
yeah,
You
that's
slapped me in the
good.
face with the
Oh,
liver.
I gotta go get my kids. Niecy, get.
I
All
gotta
right,
go too. I'm sitting on the side of the road. Bye,
I'll be
y'all.
right back.
hi.
Y'all
Say
have
hi.
a good one. Nisa, don't forget. I'm gonna check y'all out with the cooking, but don't forget to let me know about the little painting thing. Cause I do
Okay,
stick man. I do stick man. That's not one of my fortes either. I don't know how to draw, but I'll stick man.
I
Can
do
I'll
abstract
go buy.
art,
I'm gonna
so
go. I'll go
I
buy
don't
you some
draw.
stuff and get a stencil. I can't draw. I can't.
So
Man, it's
so
bad. I can't.
everybody please go out and get you a canvas, a few brushes and a little bit of paint and let's come on. We got 10 slots where you can come up here on StreamYard. So I want at least 10 people, but everybody can be participating whether you're on camera or not. So get cute and let's have a girls' night and sip and paint.
Well, I'll be there because I already have my little canvas stand for when my son went to virtual school before he just finished school. So I already have my little stand. And baby, yes. And I'm gonna throw on one of my good wigs because the afro will not be coming out.
You get you a cute
That's
little hair.
right.
You went on in the picture.
Girl, listen, I got one right here now, and my husband bumped into Drusilla. He bumped into her the other day, and I told him to watch it now. He told me she better get out the way. I got on a little stand in the closet. Mm-mm. But honey, I keep her ready on fleek because I never know when somebody coming to my door want to start something. I throw on because otherwise I'll be walking around. You know when you got natural hair, you keep it braided down.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.
Bye.
Niecy, when we doing? We gonna do a cooking with Marcella? That has to be a thing.
Yeah, we're gonna do that also.
That would be fun.
We're gonna have to figure out when, because I don't think she's trying to cook this year for the holidays. I don't really get down with the holidays like that, but I do cook for my husband. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really celebrate holidays anymore
Let's
like
do
I used
something
to.
around like Halloween, because it doesn't have to be attached to a holiday.
Okay.
Like, we don't
All
have to
right.
attach anything. We could just be cooking. We can like around Halloween, we just pick a menu and then we all cook together. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a holiday thing. I don't feel the holidays no more either. It's just now that my grandmama gone and my kid is grown, it's not really
It's holidays ain't nothing but a money grab. I don't know why we don't realize that.
child with the way these people acting. We ain't gonna have no money to grab at this point.
I know that's right.
Yeah, my cousin, she said she checked her 401k and she leaves her money. Like she leaves it, she don't touch it, she don't play with it. She said she checked it and she was like almost threw up because the number had dropped so significantly. And I'm like, how do they
Yeah.
take money that you already have and take it from you? I don't understand that.
Because they the stock market is attached to a lot of these 401ks and they used to be like safe stocks with the S&P
I thought they had
500.
I thought you could put like a rider on it where
It
if they lose
depends on
money,
what she had. A
okay.
lot of people don't even be knowing what kind of 401k they got and exactly what the company is investing in to to give you some more money.
Yeah,
So that's the
I know they say
problem.
they match sometimes. I know they say they match, but like you said,
Right,
that's fine if the stock market is doing well, then you just see an increase. But then when it
right.
bottoms out like this tariff bullshit he got us saying right now, that because the market is not secure, you don't know what the hell gonna happen from day to day.
Right. And he's doing that on purpose because he want the common man to not have that money to depend on so people gonna still have to work. There's been plenty of people I've talked to over the last 3 months that said that they retired, but they're gonna have to go back to work because they lost that much money in their 401k.
Yeah, because there is no more retirement, unfortunately.
Right.
This man sucks. He sucks, and he's ruining the world, and people are letting him. And now people are like, "Well, I don't like my vote." Well, what you gonna do about it? Because
It's too late now, baby. We tried to tell you, yeah, but y'all steady saying there ain't no such thing as Project 2025, and it's 50% complete.
racism is expensive, and I think people are now starting to see how expensive it's really becoming.
Exactly. They didn't care whenever they thought it was just gonna hurt other people. But now that it's hurting them, now they want to come out and march and participate and stuff like that.
I'm still blown away at them asking nurses to go pick blueberries and saying that they would give them like continuing education units for your nursing degree, like it's some sort of lateral move. As a person that was saving lives, you want me to go in the field and pick some damn blueberries? What?
I wish I would. I wish I would. I'm doing my continuing education credits right now. I wish somebody would come up to me and tell me to go out in the field pick some blueberries.
They go tell you go get the blueberries and they'll just go ahead and give you the units and you don't have to work for them. They'll give them to you. Just go get the blueberries.
Child, I be in jail.
What she say?
Y'all think I be talking whenever I be saying that, but I'm just not it. I'm not the one. I'm not yes or messing nobody. So I know I'm gonna end up in the tree somewhere.
Most of us aren't. Like someone had said earlier in the chat. Remember when they when all those Nazis and those people jumped out them cars? I think that were in that was it was
Cincinnati,
Ohio. It was in Cincinnati. Them people
Cincinnati,
out there with their own weapons and said this what we not gonna do.
exactly, and they and JD Vance brother is running for mayor of Cincinnati. So that's
Oh,
why they feel like they had some, a little bit of pull going on. And the fact that they, like I said, they want to gentrify that area around the stadium because it's a lot of hood and Section 8 housing around the stadium. They want all that property to build expensive hotels and stuff like that in Cincinnati.
they're trying to do
Um,
that everywhere. They're trying to gentrify Compton. I was
yeah,
in the store and I saw like a couple white families, a couple. I said, what the shit, y'all? Where y'all at? Because normally people that do that kind of shopping, that means you live close. Because ain't
right,
nobody coming over here to do full grocery shopping. You're doing it because you live here somewhere.
right.
Like I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna shut up and just mind my black ass business. But what the hell going on?
Yeah, they want all the spaces. They don't want us to have no spaces.
And they're doing it in D.C. When I saw that in D.C., we were at Howard, and there were people like running around like clearly we knew y'all wasn't a student, walking around with their little dogs and stuff, and they had an issue. One man, he was like letting his dog poop on the quad, and they gathered all the dog shit and took it to that man's house and put it on his porch
I know that's right.
because he wouldn't pick it up. He would just, he would just walk around the school because the school's in the middle of the city, and he didn't
Right.
want to go around the school, so he would just walk through the school wherever he was going, whatever he was doing. But he would just let his dog use the bathroom and just keep walking. And of
That
course,
is
he
so nasty to me. That is nasty to me. You always supposed to carry your little doggy bags with you whenever you taking your dog out to poop. And then if you got a big dog at that, they poop bigger than humans.
yeah, they dropping whole turds like like I would always clean up my dog's poop because number one, I don't want to step in anybody else's, so I'm gonna make sure you don't have to step in mine. Like
Right.
it's just common courtesy. Just pick the stuff up.
That's what I was about to say. It's common decency, but a lot of people don't seem to have that no more.
So Sherelle's World, I can see the title of her thing. I guess in Atlanta they've named Kirk Frost's son the number one suspect, so now they're looking for him.
What?
Yeah, I can see the title of her YouTube video. And it says he's now named the number one suspect, so they're looking for him. But he's been in hiding for the last couple of days. And I blame the daughter. Like, I know that they've had, DV issues. I know that story's already been out. But when you call somebody, you're calling them for the smoke. You called your mom, you called his,
Right,
but you also called your brothers, and they came. But the problem they're gonna have is y'all piled that man in the back
right.
several times. He was, whatever it was, he was trying to leave the situation, and I guess whatever the words were said, y'all couldn't handle. You ain't gonna disrespect me. And now this young man is gone, and now she over here talking about, I'm hurt too. I lost something too. Hush, little girl, hush. Stop talking.
Mm, mm, mm,
It
mm,
ain't
mm.
playing well. You be better off keeping quiet and hoping that just letting this play out however it's gonna
They were
play out.
supposed to go over there and be a show of force, not to go over there to pop pop, unless he was trying to pop pop.
And she said, I don't condone any of this because we was gonna be back together later that night. Well, then don't call nobody.
Exactly.
Don't call people into your mess when you know that you're gonna be right back there with them. Don't call nobody. Deal with it. If you was gonna call his mama, so be it. Call his mama. Hey, talk to your son. Whatever the case is. But putting other people in these situations, this is where you find yourself. And now your brother's potentially gonna be locked up. You might get locked up, and this boy's never coming back.
She could definitely be an accessory,
The
or they
mama,
can get on conspiracy.
the mama got you on a voice, like on the phone, saying that he was taken out by her brothers. She got you saying it. I don't know how you gonna dance out of that. You can't moonwalk out of that.
Jesus.
And the brother took it. The brother is taking. Well, I think both brothers, they take down their social media because being his son, they was all on social media. Those social media pages are gone, and they're just in the wind.
Whew.
It's about to be a mess.
Child. I'm so glad my only son is over in Japan and doing good. And not in these streets, baby.
I got a girl, and I only got one, and I'm grateful that she is in nursing school, getting ready to graduate. She's doing her thing. She don't run the streets. She's not really a partier like that. I don't, outside of what's going on in the world, I don't really have to worry about her. Not like
Mm,
that.
right, right.
Like, that's not my, thank God, because, oh Lord, I wouldn't be able to
And
handle
I
it.
got to say, I have four beautiful, intelligent, doing their thing kids, and I couldn't be happier. I thank God for that as much as I can because it could turn out so different with the way that I grew up.
Yeah. I'm grateful
You
for
know,
my little old lady because she's short and she bossy and she act like an old person. So I'm grateful for my little old lady because she be like, Mom, I'm going to school. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna take me a nap. Okay. She be like, I got my godson. I'm gonna keep him for a little while. I'm gonna drop back off this mom and I'm going home and I'm gonna study. Okay.
yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
Now, that-
she say I'm ready to make my big girl money. So she focused on that.
and she can make a grip out there.
Yeah, she's focused on. She's almost done with her LVN program. She says she wanted to do that. She's got a job lined up, and then she's like, after I get into this job, I'm gonna keep going. She was like, LVN is not my last. That's not the last stop at all. I'm going.
Tell her to keep on pushing, keep on going. Because with my financial situation, I was gonna stop at LPN, and I was like 9 more months. I could do 9 more months,
Mm-hmm.
so I went ahead and got my RN. I was only 19 years old when I got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's 26, and she actually stopped because at the time I was going through a lot of health issues, so she didn't immediately go out to school because me dealing with congestive heart failure, she was trying to help me, and she kind of slowed herself down. But now she full throttle now. I'm like, keep going, baby.
yep. Tell her don't stop. So
Now
she
Marcella
ain't got
got
no
me hungry.
kids.
Hmm?
She ain't got no kids. So
She
so
got
tell
she
her to
got
keep it that way until she get out of school.
yeah, she has a godson. She doesn't have any children of her own, just God baby, but she don't have any.
Mm,
Now
mm,
Marcella got me
mm.
hungry. Now I got, and I won't be eating chitterlings. I got to find something here. Not be chitterlings, but I'm gonna find something in here.
Marcella had me dying laughing, boy. That
She
woman
needs to
ain't
do a show.
right.
She could do a whole show just telling her cooking stories, like nothing
Yes,
else.
yeah.
Like just we just gonna talk about what she's tried to do in the kitchen, and then that should be the show before the cooking show. Like
Yes.
where, so it's like started from the bottom. Now we here kind of thing. Like we're gonna talk about where she was, and then elevate.
She was doing a little bit better, but she gets so frustrated whenever she cooking because she wants something like the Jetsons where you put it in the oven and 5 minutes
It
and
come out
pull it out
perfect. Ding.
done.
She want to be like Vanna Black, like perfect. Like no, you got to put some effort in. Kim,
But
I do not want any chitterlings. Kim, I promise you I don't. No chitterlings for me. But I'm gonna tell y'all because I guess we can wrap this thing up. I am
yeah,
doing another After Dark Live tomorrow on my channel, Talking Shit with Shauna. It will be 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please put your children to bed, put your AirPods in because we get grown
we
over
get
there.
nasty.
We get it
But
gets adult on Wednesdays. That's not my all of my
let
content,
me
but on
tell you
Wednesdays,
something. If y'all have not picked up the book yet, Delirium, Sex and Love, finished mine in the sauna yesterday, y'all. And that book is good. I just wished it was longer because it ended at a part where I
part two,
wanted to
part two is
continue.
thicker.
So part two is gonna continue on with Omar also.
It's gonna
Or
tell you. So you pick up, you still get some of Omar and Patricia because Omar and Patricia moved back to Florida, so now they over there with Monica and Daniel. This is Monica and
okay,
Daniel's story, but they still here. They never leave. They don't leave.
okay,
So you don't
okay.
lose. You just gain two more.
Baby, when I tell you that book good, I'm just gonna tell you to go ahead and have your batteries for your toys. Make sure you got some batteries that you gonna stop
It's good.
34 times. Cause it's good. It's good.
It
I
is,
love that book.
and that energy from the first book transcends to the second, which is transcending to the third. I'm waiting on the third book because the third book is about holy hoes. I'm ready for that. That one.
Oh shoot.
So I did the readings and I'm gonna post them actually today. I'm done with 7 through 15. So I finished the entire book. So I'm narrating it over on Patreon /Lust and Literature. I am your literary muse for Delirium Matella Sex and Love, which was written by MC Kinsey, Mildred Cocktails and Conversations, our favorite YouTube cousin. The book is available on Pinterest, TikTok, Etsy, and Amazon. Amazon will probably get it close. It'll probably
Go buy you a copy. I can
listen.
only speak on the book I've read, and that is the first one. And I'm telling you, once I got past chapter, I believe by chapter 6, I couldn't put it down. I had to read it to the end because chapter 6 really got me hooked, and I had to read it until the end. So I love me some Omar, baby. I could just see his description.
We have
Oh,
shirts. We have shirts that say "Are you my Omar?"
oh my God! I need
That's
one of them. I need one of them, girl.
we got me and Bree made them. Bree made the shirt, so Bree can make you a "Are you my Omar?" shirt. But yes, please, please, please. It is by MC Kinsey, Delirium, A Tale of Sex and Love. You can go straight to Amazon. It is there. You can get it really, really quickly. I narrate the book because I am the literary muse, and I narrate it over on Patreon /Lust and Literature. Also, please, please, please follow me on my page, Talking with Shauna, and meet me over there tomorrow because
Is there
we call it grown
anybody else
folks.
in the comments that have books, products, anything that you are selling and you want to come up right quick before we go? Anybody in the comments that have any kind of item you want to sell so we can
Child
promote
selling.
you? You can be the diamond of the week. Come on up. Um,
Bree made this.
yeah,
Bree made my primer.
I love Bree's work. I do some of the same things. So, whenever somebody else do it, you can depend on an honest opinion. I got my birthday shirt, Bree, and it's very cute. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wear it with my tutu on my birthday because
Had a
it's
tutu.
gonna be, yeah, yeah. I
That's a
be extra. I wear a tutu and a crown on my birthday because I'm extra.
and I love it. I went to Disneyland last year and I had on Minnie Mouse ears and I had on a Minnie Mouse shirt and a tennis skirt and my little red and white sneakers. I'm very extra on mine too. I'm not mad at
Yeah, yeah. I'm a little extra on my birthday, so
I think
I might wear that birthday shirt on the Thursday night that we have our little thing up here.
and
Wear my
I make
tutu in.
cuticle. I make my own cuticle oil. I actually plan on marketing it. So these are my real nails. These are all real, all me. But I make my own cuticle oil to help get your hands together. So yeah, I'm making some more batches of that. So that's gonna be on sale soon. So those are all the things we got going on. So follow everybody, support everybody, do the things. Like how you drop the stream here, Arlene. Oh, if anybody wanted to come up. What y'all
If
selling? What y'all doing? What y'all got?
anybody selling anything, you want to talk about anything, just come on up right quick. If not, we're gonna be ending the live if nobody else wants to come up. Um, her nails are beautiful. I just couldn't do nothing with it. I just I don't know how you do anything with it because if I get an inch nail added to mine, it's like I'm handicapped for real.
And the thing is, this is actually short for me. Prior to cutting them, I was at 6 inches. So I cut them and I'm starting over. So now I'm at about 2.5, 3 inches now. But I'm going back. This
That's
was
only 3 inches.
yeah. I don't know if you even know if you can see it because of the light, but that was me. Hold on,
Go, go up closer to the camera.
hold on. I got this video. I know where it's at. Because before I cut them, I was about 6 inches long. I gotta find something with color because with them without having color, you can't tell. It's hard to look at. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Where's it? Trying to find the thing where I was measuring them. There we go. So can you see me?
Go up closer. Yeah. Oh God, girl. And I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but how you attend to your personal hygiene with them that long?
It's not difficult because the thing is, I feel like it would be difficult if you start that way. So when women go from a nub to 5 inch nails, you can't function. I
Right.
literally started. I got the shortest tips ever and just let them grow.
Uh
So
huh.
I didn't have that issue, but that takes years. So the
Yeah.
lady that y'all saw online, her name, the lady Yanni that everybody saw online, and she had her nails that were like hers were like 22 inches, and she cut them and put them in the Guinness Book of World Records. She's actually
Yeah.
a really
I saw her.
yeah, she's a friend of mine. She's dope. She's a really dope woman. Her toenails are longer than my nails right now.
Ooh.
Now that I can't do because my ass is clumsy and I'm child, not these feet. I'm gonna kick something, hit something, do something. Mm-mm.
She
And she
she
lives
must
in Houston.
she must live out there in California. She
She
ain't got to
lives in
worry about no
Houston.
boots.
She lives in Houston, and I don't even know how she survives because Houston get cold.
Mm, mm,
They
mm,
have
mm.
all weather systems. Her toenails are longer than my nails, and her nails now are probably about here because she cut them and then grew them back.
I don't understand the toenails, but the nails I get.
Yeah, I can't. I personally, my toenails are short. My toenails are a regular length, but my nails right now they're okay. And everybody asks me how long I'm gonna go. My thing is because I type a lot. When it becomes an issue with my typing, that's where I'm gonna stop because I'm in school. So I got to
Right.
type reports and do different things. So if we get to a place where
So
typing is,
now when you type, you actually can use your fingers.
No, I can't. The reason I can't use my fingers is because I have a laptop. So the screen, my nails will hit the screen. So I use my
Okay,
nails to type. I actually
okay.
type with the nails. So
You
that's why I
need
say it's not an
you
issue right
need
now.
one of those all in ones with a keyboard.
Yes. If I get a separate keyboard, I can actually type just fine. Like I can type way better, but it has to be flat. Like a flat
Mm.
keyboard, baby. I be when I used to work, like when I was working in corporate, people would say, "Oh, we know when Shauna over there working," and I would say, "How?" They'd be like, "You would hear." Yeah. My boss would say, she would say, "I know when you not doing nothing." I said, "Why?" She said, "Cause I don't hear no noise." She was like, "I know." Like I would know when you're not working. I would know when you stop because I wouldn't hear that tap tap tapping because I would hear you working. But no, I'll be talking about my nails over there too. So follow me on my nail journey. So all the things. But I guess we can wrap this thing up. Thank you, NIECY. Thank y'all,
Thank
ladies and gentlemen,
you. Thank
and
you
we'll
for
see
coming
y'all.
up. And we will see you guys later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.